Hi, good evening, everybody. It's Eugene M. Eugene E the DJ STL live with my live stream. Tonight we got a great 168-pound pivotal crossroads fight between David Benavidez and Kyron Davis. The winner of this fight, if it's Benitez, could possibly get um, the next fight against Canelo Alvarez, the um, undisputed um, unified 168-pound champion as of last week. So this fight is pivotal for both fighters, especially pivotal for Benavidez rather, because he's in line for the big fight that everybody wants, which is the fight against Canelo Alvarez. So that's where we're at tonight. It's live boxing on my channel. I'm Eugene, E the DJ STL, live from North St. Louis, bringing you this card. They're basically doing the preliminary advertisements, promotions of the fight right now. No fights underway. Gives me time to put up a poll. How you doing, Eduardo? Welcome to my stream. I can't show the actual fight. It violates YouTube's guidelines. The fight's available on Showtime if you have it. If you have it, watch it on there, and you can chop it up with me. Even if you have Showtime and you're watching this fight, it's no fun watching the fight by yourself, or any sporting event, rather. So if you have Showtime, gladly watch it and chop it up with me on here. And hopefully this is the start of something big, my YouTube channel. Over a month old now. And coming along fine. Getting ready to start the card. Guess it's about time for me to put a poll up. And I'll do that while they're talking. Hi, welcome to my channel. Please type who you are in the comments. Let me know who I'm talking to. This is the live stream of the David Benavidez versus Karan Davis fight, the main event tonight, live. They haven't started fighting yet. They're basically talking right now, getting ready for the first fight to start. Please type who you are in the comments and vote on my poll, which I'm creating now. They're about to get the fight started in a second. Please like, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell for future boxing live streams. Let me know who you are in the comments. They're on commercial now, where they're doing promos. Please vote in the poll that I'm creating now. While they're showing filler. They're about to show the replay of the Manny Pacquiao fight from last week versus Caleb Plant over again. I called that last week. If you want to watch that fight, go to my channel, search on YouTube, either DJ STL or search the channel itself, Eugene M. Either DJ STL Sports, Music, and Entertainment on YouTube, and the live stream of that fight's there, prominently displayed, and the replay is active, so you can watch that whenever you want. I called it last week. I might comment. I'm probably going to comment on my second time watching this fight and see if there's some things that I missed. Again, the live card has not started yet. This is the replay of the historic. Okay, Eduardo, I can't show the fight live. It violates YouTube's laws, copyright laws. You can, if you have Showtime, you can watch it on Showtime. So, how you doing, Bonnie? I don't, hablo un poco español, es mi mal, un poquito. Habla inglés. Please like and subscribe and hit the bell, por favor. Okay, I feel that. I love it. I love it. I'm working on my Spanish. My goal over this next year is to perfect and get my Spanish down pat, because I wouldn't mind actually moving to Colombia if I ever got rich. And I mean the country, not a city. Welcome to my stream, everybody. Here, please vote on my poll. Tell me who thinks going to win this fight tonight, the main event. Please subscribe and hit the bell and like the video. It's free, takes 2 seconds. So I'm trying to get monetized by YouTube, honestly. And this is my channel's been over a little bit of a month. So let me finish this for the comment sections. This is going to be the replay of the historic Canelo knockout of Plant last week, where Canelo became the sixth fighter in the modern boxing era to unify all four belts in one weight class, the first Mexican to do that, history on so many fronts, and also the first unified undisputed champion with all four belts in the division of 168 in the modern era. So a lot of history last week, and they're replaying that now since it was on pay-per-view on Showtime. So if you have Showtime, you can watch it on Showtime and chop it up with me in here. No sense in watching the fight by yourself. I don't like watching it by myself either. I like enjoying it with other fight fans and talking boxing while we're watching it. So, all right, I'm done with that. Boom. All right. And I believe I'm going to go ahead and just land the plane. Benavidez is going to knock Davis out tonight. Benavidez, to me, is the best fighter in the 168-pound class, despite Canelo's enormous achievements and historic career. I believe that David Benavidez actually, at this point, has the goods to get Canelo out of there because Benavidez is a bigger fighter. He was, I think, at 10 years old, he was weighing 250 pounds. He looks like a 175-pound fighter. He doesn't look like a super middleweight. He looks like a light heavyweight. He's big, he's tall, and he's big for this weight class. He's actually he's a two-time champion in this weight class. He's never lost a championship fight at 168, but he was stripped of his titles twice, and one of them because he couldn't make weight. He's too big for this weight class. He's straining to make weight here. He's really a 175-pound fighter, I think, and that's not good for Canelo. If he makes weight, he's the bigger fighter. Yes, but Benavidez is a brutal power puncher. I would say, David Benavidez and Tank Davis are the hardest hitting boxers in boxing right now. And David Benavidez has a very aggressive, bully-like style that is going to take a fighter with speed and power enough to make him respect him to have a chance versus him. You're not going to just outbox David Benavidez. Anthony Durrell tried that. Anthony Durrell is a former two-time champion also. He was KO'd by Benavidez less than 2 years ago. And I just watched that fight back actually a couple of days ago just to refresh my memory. And what I remember and what I saw was Anthony Durrell that, despite his talent, didn't fight aggressive enough and fight to try to knock out Benavidez, or at least knock him down, because you're not going to just outbox Benavidez. I think that was what his trainer's strategy was, and Durrell is a pro's pro. He probably followed the strategy of his trainers, which is what a pro's supposed to do. And I think they gave him the wrong advice, because I think that there's no way he was going to win a decision boxing him. The only path to that win was to hurt him or to make him. He can't give up ground constantly in the fight and fight on his back foot and win that fight. He's got to make him respect him. He's got to try to back him up. And if he had fought with the same veracity he fought last week on the undercard of this very fight, which he produced a brutal knockout on the co-main event to the main event right here. If he fought like that, I think that fight would have been a whole lot more competitive. Karan Davis doesn't have a chance to win this fight. He's not on his level. He's not on Benitez level. He's a former amateur great champion. He was a two-time amateur champion. He was the Olympic alternate one year. And so he has a significant amateur background. But his power, he has no power. And he doesn't really have the experience as a professional. Benavidez only had 10 amateur fights. He's been fighting since he was 3. His father was a former good heavy professional fighter. He's been a professional fighter pretty much all of his life. And he has, despite he doesn't have only 10 fights as an amateur, which a lot of people take that to be very important, your amateur background. I think it is important, but it's not the determining factor. And I think that Benavidez experience as a pro. He's been a pro all his life, and his talent is just so much better than Karan Davis. Karan Davis, his only chance in this fight is to maybe with his heart and his ability to throw punches. I guess a lot of punches, maybe survive this fight. If he could do that, it's a victory. Because I think he's going to get knocked out, and I think he's going to get knocked out quickly in this fight because of the fact that he has a lot of heart. He has a lot of heart. He's not going to back up. I don't think he's going to back up. He's going to try to fight him, and that's going to lead to his early downfall. As much as I respect that, I think that's is going to be his downfall. Why he's going to get knocked out fast in this fight. He has no hope of winning this fight. No hope. I hate to say that. He was a very, very good amateur fighter, but there's a big difference between being an amateur and a professional. And fixing my internet right there for a second. Almost there. Even though there's no live boxing, there we go. All right, here comes Plant and Alvarez from last week replayed. If you want to see that, it's I'm sorry. This fight is on Showtime right now, and you can go watch it on Showtime if you have Showtime right now. Fabulous channel, and you can still be here and watch the fight with me and chop it up with me while you're watching it on Showtime. Watch your television, chat with me on your phone. We watch it together. Toast Loops, I can't show the actual fight. It violates YouTube's guidelines. This is only this channel is over a month old. I can't take the chance of a copyright strike or get in trouble with YouTube when I'm trying to get monetized on YouTube. I have to follow the rules and regulations, but it's on Showtime. If you have Showtime, watch it. If you don't have Showtime, I'm gonna be your eyes and ears. I'm gonna call it for you. The live fights, I'm gonna call them. This fight, the replay from last week is in my channel. It's prominently the first thing you'll see. Did pretty good, and you can watch it back. This is my second time watching it, so maybe there's some things I picked up, a few things about Plant that I learned, and just didn't pick up much from Canelo other than the fact that he looked great and he looked like he was in his prime. His signature victory as a pro, and he looked scintillating doing it. It was a night of celebration for all Mexican fight fans. I think it should have been. I'm not Mexican, I'm African American, but I think that it should have been a celebration night. I think the fight was supposed to be on Cinco de Mayo, and it was postponed until last week. But if you're a Mexican boxing fan, you have to be celebrating the fight, enjoying it, and enjoying Canelo's career because it's historical. And Plant, he has no power, and he tires. He gets tired. He throws slapping arm punches, and he was exposed as an industry plant. A plant by PBC and Showtime. They propped him up. He never had one win over a significant fighter at 168, despite him being the champion. And all of his limitations were exposed expertly by Canelo, who broke him down surgically and took him out, as I predicted, between, I think I said the 7th and 11th, and he knocked him out in the 11th. I was actually called that fight, and I called what happened in the fight. So if you're still here with me, let me know who you are. Vote my poll, type a comment in the comments. Let me know if you're watching or not. If you're not, I'll tell you more about this one. And this is the first round of Canelo versus Plant replay from last week, in which Canelo came dressed to impress from the time he hit the arena, from the time he hit the ring. His Dolce & Gabbana gold, white color stream with the Mexican flag on everything, and all of his trainers and his crowd, they all had the same Dolce & Gabbana suits, track suits, and his Dolce & Gabbana gold and white boxing boots and his Dolce trunks. I think that was the best outfit ensemble I've seen in boxing ever. Bling displayed heavily last week by Canelo Alvarez. In the ring, his shirts, his short. Everything he wore was Dolce. He must have a deal with him. And this is the first round, and I don't remember who I had winning it, but I think I gave it to Plant. And I'm noticing in this first round that Canelo's punches were a lot harder than Plant's punches. And maybe I shouldn't have given him the first round last week. And watching this first round over again, they're 50 seconds into the left in the first round, and I gave this round, I believe I gave this round to Plant, and I probably shouldn't have. I'm looking at it over again because the first 2 minutes of the round were definitely Canelo first 2 minutes. So I thought I gave it to Plant last week because he threw more punches than Canelo wasn't throwing a lot of punches in the first round. He was filling them out. He was in a fill-out round to me, but he sure was landing a lot of punches in those first 2 minutes of that first round. So maybe it should have been the Canelo round, honestly. But if you want to watch that replay of it, the full call of it, it's in my channel. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell if you want. That way you get pop-ups letting you know when I'm doing live streams of music, boxing, other sports, entertainment, reaction videos, great music playlists, a lot of things, all involving sports, music, and entertainment, the theme. And I am either DJ STL live from St. Louis, Missouri. And you can also follow me on TikTok. I'm on TikTok a lot now. Have a lot of fans and friends on TikTok. So follow me on TikTok. You can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Discord, a lot of other places. But just look for either DJ STL on all of those platforms, and you'll find me with my content. So they're about to begin the second round of Canelo. King Canelo, I call him now, after his taking back over the throne of boxing to me, even though Wilder and Fury heavyweights, and only the heavyweights are more popular, but none of their resumes, well, Fury's resume doesn't compare to anything Canelo Alvarez has done. So thank you for the like. Whoever gave me that like, I appreciate that. And let me know who you are. Vote in my poll, and let me know who you are in the comments so we can chop it up. This is the replay of last week's 168-pound unification fight. First time ever, the division had a unified fighter of all 4 belts, and this was at stake. Canelo had 3 and Plant had 1. Canelo just needed 1 more to make history, and he did it. In a very, it may be the most impressive fight ever, honestly. On his most historically, he had more historical achievements this night, and maybe his best performance ever. But Plant is so overrated. Plant moving on his back foot, which is a no-no already for fighting Canelo, and Canelo just rocked his world with a solid right hand, and Plant had the habit throughout this fight of when Canelo planted his feet. I'm sure it was intentional. He would either slide to the left or right, which I thought was smart, but he just didn't have the power to make him pay for it. He just didn't have the power to get the respect of Canelo. And Canelo walked him down and took him out, as I thought he would, and looked great doing it, by the way. I didn't even expect him to look as good as he did. Welcome to my stream. Please vote in the poll. Let me know who you are. We're getting ready for live card tonight with the headline fight, David Benavidez versus Kyron Davis in a pivotal fight, crossroad fight. If Benavidez wins this fight, and he should knock him out, then he is actually should be the next fight for Canelo. And Davis, it would just help his career along. I don't think he's going to get a whole fight. He's not known enough for that. But I believe David Benavidez is the best fighter at 168. Ring Magazine actually did their poll this year, they picked him as the best fighter at 168 over Canelo, which I'm surprised at. I don't know if it's personal between him in the Ring magazine. Considering Golden Boy and Oscar de la Hoya own Ring magazine, I don't think they're a very objective magazine anymore like they used to be. They're pretty much they're owned by Golden Boy. And Canelo in this second round again, landing hard punches on Plant, and Plant moving on his back feet and throwing arm punches. And this fight was pretty one-sided. It was a little competitive with Plant throwing some punches early, and then they weren't anything hard or anything that would cause Canelo to not keep coming forward. But he was active early in the fight at least. But he got walked down and took out. And Anthony Durrell, the Anthony Durrell fight was the co-main event, and it won't be shown probably tonight. But he looked great. The former two-time champion, Anthony Durrell, looked great. The main event, I would assume this is Showtime, so I'm assuming they're going to show 2 fights, maybe 3 at the most. So I'm expecting this to move quick. They're going to show this one because a lot of people didn't have the money to order this pay-per-view fight last week. So they're going to show this replay. And I believe that maybe David Benavidez brother, his older brother, smaller older brother, maybe the fight that's going to be before that. I've always wanted to see a co-main event fight with Jamal Charlo versus Benavidez, and his brother Jose Benavidez Jr. versus Charlo's brother, Jamel Charlo. I think that would be beautiful. Well, I mean, obviously, I'm watching the fight now. Y'all here. And if you have Showtime, you can watch it on Showtime also. I don't know if Showtime partners with anybody else, but you can watch it on Showtime and chop it up with me. I'm assuming if you're asking me, you might have it. So if you do, turn it on your TV, chat it up and be on the phone. Welcome to my stream. Whoever's in here, type who you are in the comments. Let me know who you are. Please like and subscribe to my channel. At least subscribe. If you want to hit the bell, then you'll be notified of any future live streams of boxing, other sports, music, entertainment, anything that I'm doing, reaction videos. It's free, takes 2 seconds. I'm trying to get monetized on YouTube, obviously. Over a month in on my new channel. And I meet a lot of people along the way. You can also follow me on TikTok. And I'm Eugene M, the channel, rather, Eugene M, either DJ STL, sports, music, and entertainment. And I'm either DJ STL from St. Louis. And this is the replay. We're in the 3rd round. It's going to go 11. And it's going to be a knockout. Mexican party. I would have been, if I was a Mexican, it would have been a very happy occasion. It's 3. I call it the Obama moment, when you can just relax and enjoy the night of history and celebrate with pride. You got to be proud of Canelo Alvarez if you're a Mexican fight fan, I would imagine. But David Benavidez is a Mexican-American fighter, and definitely cognizant of his Mexican roots. So Canelo landing solid shots to the body and to the head of Plant. Plant not responding back with a weak jab. His downfall, he kind of, did the same kind of thing that Anthony Durrell tried to do, and it didn't work for him. So, but he doesn't have any power. Anthony Durrell can punch a little bit, and I thought that Anthony Durrell should have sat down on his feet and stopped fighting off his back foot and challenged Benavidez. He might have got knocked out, but he got knocked out anyway. But if he could have established himself and got Benavidez to respect him, he might have actually won that fight. Or actually, Durrell is a good fighter. I just don't like what his trainers probably were the ones advising him to box and go for the decision. But that's not going to work. Because it's not going to work because David Benavidez is a very active fighter with his hands. He's not just a power puncher. He throws lots of punches. So, and they're hard punches. You're not going to decision him. He's just as active as you. You're going to have to get his respect. You may not be able to back him up, but you got to at least make him respect you to have a chance, I think. And I do think that he's too big and too strong for Canelo. He's just too big and strong for him. He's really a light heavyweight impersonating a 168-pound fighter. If he was a true 168-pound fighter, he would have made weight and not lost his belt. And the first time he lost his belt, he lost it for cocaine. So those are personal issues, dedication issues. But the bottom line is, I think, I don't know how long he can maintain being at 168. But he should get the next fight against Canelo. I don't think that he will. I think Canelo is a very smart businessman. I think he learned a lot from losing to Floyd Mayweather. He lost to Money Mayweather, not Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather. And Money Mayweather was a great businessman. He knew how to promote himself, promote his fights, and make money. Canelo learned that from him. I don't think he takes the chance versus Benavidez. It's too risky. I think from a business perspective, he made like $32 million beating up on Plant in his last fight. He's constantly making $30+ million fighting fighters that aren't on his level. Why would he take the risk when he can get $30 million to fight Anthony Durrell? I think he'll do the business thing that Floyd Mayweather would do and take the easier fight and take the $30+ million and run. He'll get the bag. He's made more money than any boxer probably other than Floyd Mayweather since Floyd retired. He's following his business strategy and model and also beating up on Plant here in the fourth round. Landing horror punches, Plant sliding to his left and to the right to try to avoid them, but basically getting beat up and walked down. Solid left hook to the body by Canelo with a left to the head by Canelo. Canelo looked excellent this night. Solid punches to the head and body, combinations, foot movement. He had everything. He had his A game going this night. And that was Plant's downfall because Plant doesn't even have the power. Like Billy Joe Sanders, he doesn't have the power to keep Canelo off of him. So it's going to be, I think we're down to the point now where the next Canelo fight is going to be either Anthony Durrell, who was the co-main event on the pay-per-view fight last week. And if you know anything about Showtime and PBC, if there's a co-main event fight before the main event, and they're both in the same weight class, that's a setup for the next fight. And this fight also is a setup for the next fight. And it's going to be money and also Canelo's choice of who he fights next. So tell me what you think in the comments. Let me know if you have an opinion. Who you think is the best fighter at 168? Who you think will win between Canelo and Benavidez? As Canelo is walking Plant down with solid combinations to the left and the body, to the body and the head, looking great here in the 6th round. If Plant didn't run, he probably would have been knocked out earlier. And in the main event tonight, I don't think Karan Davis is going to run. Even though he's 16-2 and he only has 6 knockouts, he's not a power puncher. He's just got a lot of heart, and he's an action fighter, throws a lot of punches, he has a lot of effort. I don't think he's going to run from Benavidez. I think he's going to stand his ground, and that's why I think this fight's going to end early. I appreciate him going out on his shield, and I appreciate the heart he's probably going to display, but that's a suicidal mission for a fighter with no power. And another thing is, Kyron Davis is basically a 154-pound fighter. David Benavidez is really a 175-pound fighter. He's fighting this fight at 168. But if you actually look up PBC's bios on their fighters and their bios of each fighter, he's still listed as a 154-pound fighter by the PBC right now. So he's not big enough to handle Benavidez. He doesn't have a punch. He's here because of the draw that he had versus Anthony Durrell. So he's getting this fight because of that draw. I thought Durrell won that fight, but it was a majority draw, and that got him the Benavidez fight. Well, what got him the Benavidez fight was the fighter pulling out before him. This was supposed to be the eliminator to determine who was going to fight Canelo next. This fight was supposed to be that. The first fighter, a European fighter, tested positive, I think, for cocaine. No, it was steroids. and was pulled from the fight. And Karan Davis took this fight on 2 weeks' notice, and he looked like he was in shape training for a fight. So he's not making any excuses. He looked very much in shape. He looked like he'd been training for a fight, and I'll give him a lot of credit for taking it on 2 week notice. And David Benavidez also, in the presser, gave him a lot of credit for taking the fight on 2 weeks' notice, and actually showed him a lot of respect through the whole build up to this fight. David Benavidez, if he doesn't respect you as a fighter, he'll let you know. He's very aggressive, even a bully at times, but not with Karan Davis. I think they know each other. He's familiar with Karan Davis's amateur background and the fact that he was an Olympic alternate, and that he has a lot of heart and fights with a lot of heart, and he takes on all comers. And I think Benavidez respects that. So in the build-up, he was not at all disrespectful toward Karan Davis. Neither was Davis disrespectful to him. They both gave each other respect that quality fighters and, fighters that do the right thing do. So that was a good thing. No negative stuff in the build-up in this fight. So we're in the 5th round of 12, getting ready for the last card after this. Canelo basically showcasing his vast array of skills as a classic Mexican fighter. Looked great. Maybe his best performance, I think, ever. Record setting for him in a lot of different ways. Record setting in boxing history for a lot of reasons. There's only been 6 fighters in the modern boxing era that have ever unified all 4 belts in one weight class. And that's a interesting statistic. Floyd Mayweather never did that. Roy Jones never did that. There are a lot of great fighters historically that have never done that. But Canelo has. Only one Mexican fighter has done that. It's interesting that there's only been 6 fighters that have ever won all 4 belts in one weight class in the modern boxing era, but 3 of them are actually fighting today. So half of them are current fighters, and that's Bud Crawford at 147, and I'm forgetting what, Josh Taylor at 140, and the third one is Canelo Alvarez. 3 of the 6 are current fighters. That's the whole modern boxing era since there have been 4 belts. So we got some good fighters going. It's great that the end of the year has produced so many great fights. We got some great fights coming up all the way through the end of this year. And that's a good thing. I guess they're waiting for fans to come back before they start unleashing everything. And they're showing a replay of Canelo letting a massive left hook that lifted Plant up off the ground. Plant took it well. He did show a good chin at times in this fight, up until the end, the tragic end of him. But back to the main event, Karan Davis, very interesting. He's a 2-time amateur champion. He was the Olympic alternate at the Olympics for the United States 1 year. Lost 2 fights, one of which was to Patrick Day. And Patrick Day is interesting in the fact that Patrick Day would later on die from brain trauma from a fight in a loss to Charles Cornwell. So one of his losses to a fighter that's no longer with us, having died from brain trauma in the fight after that. So he won't be trying to get that law. He won't be trying to. He won't have an opportunity to redeem himself versus Patrick Day because Patrick Day is no longer with us. And he also lost another fight to. He lose to Junior Castillo. Another decision loss. He's never been knocked out. He seems to have a pretty good chin. He's got a lot of heart. He throws a lot of punches, which is why he was a good Olympian and amateur fighter. And the interesting thing about this is that Kyron Davis has a great amateur background. David Benavidez has none. And there are a lot of so-called experts that put a lot of stock in the Olympic background and amateur experience, and it is relevant. But there's also other things. There are other paths, and David Benavidez is the son of a former pro fighter. He's been fighting since he was 3, and he was trained in the pro fight game, and he's a big kid. He was a big kid. At 15, he was at 250 pounds at 15 years old. He's a big kid. 168 is a stretch for him. He was at 250 at 15 years old. He was overweight at that time, but I'm just saying he's a big guy. And he's got the height advantage and the reach advantage in this fight. David Benavidez is a 6'2", and Karan Davis is 5'10". So Benavidez has the height. He's also got a 74.5-inch reach versus 73 for Davis. So he has the height and the reach, and he's the bigger fighter. This is David versus Goliath. Except David is actually Kyron Davis, and Goliath is actually David Benavidez. And unless he's got a slingshot or something and a real good aim, I don't think he's going to be able to take out Goliath in this fight. So, but if you're with me, and I see 2 people with me in the stream, I appreciate that. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. And we got 2 people in the stream. I only got 1 like. If you're in the stream, go ahead and hit the like button and type something in the comments. Let me know who you are, so we can talk about this. Let me know if you're watching the fight or if you're watching it through me. I noticed that Caleb Plant has a very, very beautiful woman. I noticed that she was very pretty. Remember that. They're showing the replay of the round with Canelo landing a textbook uppercut followed by a left hook. He has every tool in his book. He throws all punches well. Canelo. Obviously a historically great fighter. But I think the difference between him and Benitez is a much bigger fighter and hits harder, much harder. If you like knockout fighters with power, and I do, I'm one of the fans of those. And why I'm a fan of David Benavidez is because of that. And Tank Davis is because I love power punching fighters that are very aggressive. I love them. And that's one of the reasons I love to watch David Benavidez. He's constantly walking you down, constantly trying to knock you out, constantly trying to dictate and punish you in the ring. And I love that. He's a fighter's fighter. And I do believe that he will beat Canelo, might even stop him. Great fight, and hopefully we'll get to see it. But my other favorite fight that I'd love to see would be the Charlo brothers versus the Benavidez brothers. David versus Jamal, and Jose versus Jamel. That would be beautiful to see, I think. Very interesting. 1 at 154, 150, 168. Everybody's been wanting to see David Benavidez and Charlo fight for years. Canelo fight Charlo for years. I just would love to see Canelo and Charlo fight. But I would love to see the Benavidez brothers and the Charlo brothers on the same card going against each other. That would be historic and a great idea. So if Al Heyman's out there, you're listening, PBC, Al Heyman, Showtime, TGB Promotions, talk to Al, see if we can get that done for 2021. And we're in the 7th or the 12th round here, 7th round of this replay on Showtime from last week before the main card starts. You want to see this? Me call this fight. You can see it on my channel. Eugene M. E. the DJ, STL, Sports, Music, and Entertainment. You can always search me. Just Google or search on YouTube, E. the DJ, STL, and it should pop up. Like and subscribe for future boxing live streams and live streams of music, entertainment, reaction videos, and great music playlists on my channel. Check it out. Welcome to my channel. Whoever you are, vote on my poll. Type in the comments who you think is going to win this fight. Do you think Benavidez is going to get a knockout tonight? The live card hasn't started yet. So chop it up with me. Let me know who you are. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Welcome to my channel. Whoever you are, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. It's free. Takes 2 seconds. I'm trying to get monetized on YouTube. I'm either DJ STL, live from St. Louis, Missouri. We're in the 8th round of the replay of Canelo Alvarez historic knockout of Caleb Plant last week. It's a replay from last week, and I called this fight. It's available on my channel, prominently displayed. Please my poll. We're getting ready for the live card, which is going to feature David Benavidez versus Kyron Davis in a pivotal fight at 168. Please like and subscribe, and please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell if you want, so that you'll be notified of future live stream boxing. We're waiting for the live card to start, which will be starting shortly. And then we can get this going. Thank you for being here, whoever's in my stream. Thank you for being here. I'm either DJ STL. We're live from St. Louis, Missouri. Please hit subscribe and like the video and the stream, rather. Vote in the poll. Let me know who you are. And we can chop it up. Get ready for the live card shortly. I say 15 minutes at the most. But if you're new here, let me know who you are. Vote in the poll. Like this, the stream. Hit the subscribe button. It's free. Takes 2 seconds. We're waiting on the live card. You here? You might as well. Let me know who you are in the comments so we can chop it up. Waiting on the live card to start. We got Karan Davis, born in New Jersey, fighting and living in Wilmington, Delaware. I don't think I've ever seen a fighter in my life that was ever any good from Delaware. Ever. So this is the first. Delaware not known for sports at all or boxing, but he was a 2-time or 3-time amateur champion and an Olympic alternate in the Olympics. A significant amateur experience. He's 16-2, only has 6 knockouts. He has a lot of heart, throws a lot of punches, and is probably going to go out on his shield inside of 5 rounds against David Benavidez, one of the most powerful and hardest hitting boxers in boxing. And I would take Benavidez over Canelo in a fight. If you disagree, let me know why in the comments. I would say that Benavidez is too big for Canelo, physically big. If he makes weight and he's not emaciated, he's going to be too big and too powerful. He's a much bigger fighter than Canelo. 6'2", straining to make 168 every time he hits the scale. He looks like he's in shape for this fight. He looked in amazing shape, actually, for this fight. So I think he's determined not to lose any fights on the scale anymore. Being the son of a former professional fighter, you would expect him to make weight in every fight. And I think that he will. No, how are you doing, Danny? No, the live card hasn't started yet. I'm going to say it's maybe 10 minutes away at the most. 10 minutes to the live card starts. And while we're waiting for the live card, subscribe to my channel, notification bell. like the video. It's free. Takes 2 seconds while we're waiting. And let me vote my poll and tell me who you think is going to win tonight. And I also want to know, who do you think is going to win between, if they fight, David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez? I want to know who you think is going to win. We got Ring Magazine this year proclaiming David Benavidez as the #1 fighter in the 168-pound class. That's this year. I agree with that. Despite Canelo's historical achievements, which are massive, Benavidez is just too big for him and too strong for him. And Canelo's not going to run. He's going to fight him. It'd be a great fight to watch, classic fight. And I don't think that Canelo, he's going to have to rely on his experience and his wits to beat Benavidez, because naturally, he's not going to beat Benavidez naturally. He's going to have to beat him with his mind and his experience. Body punch. Canelo throws great body punches. Benavidez throws great body punches. They're both great body punchers. But I can tell you that I would rather get hit by Canelo's than Benavidez. I don't think Canelo has the power that Benavidez has. Benavidez is 24-0. He's got 21 knockouts. He's a 2-time champion already in this division. And he's never lost a title fight. He lost on the scale. He lost for testing positive for cocaine, but he's actually never lost a title fight. He's never lost a fight, and I think he's one of the hardest hitting boxers in boxing. And he's a big guy, too big for 168 maybe. But if he can make the weight, it's legal. And he looked like he was in great shape before this fight. He did look like he learned his lesson from that. I'm not sure if they're going to show his brother's fight tonight. His brother's on the undercard, Jose Benavidez Jr. He's on the undercard, and I'm not sure if they're going to show that fight. I think they will. That might be the first fight. And I'm forgetting the guy's name he's fighting. He doesn't speak English, I know that. He had an interpreter at the press conferences. But his brother was a very good fighter who was shot in a street deal, and his leg was hurt, and he lost to Bud Crawford at 147, his only loss. And he just didn't look like that leg wasn't stable. He didn't look like he was like a fighter fighting on one leg. That gunshot maybe has possibly, unless he's gotten better. He says he's gotten better and he's healthier. That's what he's saying. He talks confidently. I want to see if he fights, if both of his legs, or if he has both his legs back, because he was on one leg the whole fight versus Bud Crawford. He was not the same after that gunshot incident. I don't know what was going on with that, but I know that David Benavidez's nickname is El Bandera, which is Spanish, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, if you know Spanish better than me. I think it means red flag. I'm from St. Louis, the inner city of St. Louis, and when you say red flag, I start thinking gangs. And with the gunshot to his brother, his older brother, to that leg, I don't know if it was gang related or not, but when your nickname is red flag, that means something around here. I don't know what it means in Phoenix, Arizona, but around here, red flag means something. Got red flags, blue flags around here. So this is the 10th round of the replay. If you want to watch the actual live replay, it's on my channel. Again, I'm Either DJ STL live from St. Louis, USA, and my channel. It's on my channel. And you can watch that back whenever you want. But I called it last week, so I'm not going to call it again. I'm just looking at it to see what I might have missed from the first fight. I only watched the fight completely once live last week. Canelo with great body punches in this fight. Great body punches to the body, to the head, to the body, to the head through this whole fight. Solid punches, letting his hands go with power. Great balance. I think this might have been Canelo Alvarez's greatest performance ever in his most historically significant fight ever. For Mexican boxing fans and for fight fans in general. Very historic night last week, and he was the king of the show, and he came through with his best performance ever, I think. Must have been a very, very satisfying night for Canelo and his family and his team. And $32+ million wasn't his good money when you could get it. I can tell you that much. Because this was a classic, like, videotape of Canelo's greatest hits this whole fight. So whoever's in this stream, thank you for staying here. And let me know who you are in the comments so we can chop it up. Get ready for the main events, the live broadcast, the live fights on actual Showtime tonight. They're showing this back for people that have Showtime that didn't order the pay-per-view last time. The solid body punches from Canelo, you can hear them throughout the arena. This is an arena full of Mexican boxing fans with Mexican flags and representing for their country. And it was a Mexican party last week. It was supposed to be on Cinco de Mayo, and it was pushed back. Yeah, the Billy Joe Sanders fight was well, see, to me, the Billy Joe Sanders fight and this fight are kind of the same. They're kind of the same because Billy Joe Sanders and Caleb Plant are kind of the same kind of fighters. They both don't have any power. They're arm punching fighters that throw a lot of punches, but they don't have any force behind them. You know, I mean, Caleb Plant's never won a major fight in this division. I guess Billy Joe Sanders has that going for him. I always thought Caleb Plant was an industry plant by PBC and Showtime propped up champion. They were hyping up. He's very loyal to PBC and Showtime and Al Heyman, so he's one of their house fighters, and they propped him up and did a great job marketing him and building him up to be the champion, but he was exposed in this fight. Exposed. Showed he had heart. He took some good punches, pretty good chin. But no power in any of his punches. Arm punches, he tires. And when he gets tired, he gets hit. And that's what I saw from him. He was what I thought he was going to be. I thought it would go just like the Billy Joe Sanders fight. And it did. Except to me, he even looked even better in this fight. Canelo did. His body punching, his combination punches to the body and the head in this fight were just classically good. It was his best fight, I think, ever, his best performance ever. Him at his best. And his biggest win. If you ever watched The Wire on HBO, the old Wire show, I'm a big Wire nut fanatic fan. This was the night Canelo Alvarez got the crown. He got the king's crown. Just like Marlo from The Wire. He was the king. Coordinated king. Hi, Bonnie. Well, actually, the live portion of this card hasn't even started yet. They're showing a replay of okay, this is the knockdown. We're in the 11th round. This is the last round. This is the end for Caleb Plant. This is the last round. I predicted the knockout between, I think, 7 and 11, and it was the 11th. Fight went exactly like I thought. Canelo finished him off right now. Solid body punches. Canelo finishing Sanders off. Yes. That's it. Canelo just knocked him down again. His Plant's leg over the rope. He's staggering around. The ref comes in to save him, and that's it. And that's history. Canelo Alvarez, the first fighter to unify all 4 belts at 168 ever in the modern boxing era. First Mexican fighter to unify all 4 belts in one division in a modern boxing era. One of only 6 fighters in the modern boxing era to unify all 4 belts since they had 4 belts. And in the modern boxing era, only 6 fighters have ever done that. Floyd Mayweather never did that. Roy Jones never did that. James Toney never did that. I was an underrated fighter to me. Lennox Lewis never did that. A lot of Hall of Fame fighters. Some of the greatest fighters in the history of boxing have never done this. Only 6 fighters ever. And that's including Canelo. And when you throw in his whole Dolce & Gabbana ensemble from his T-shirt that he had on, the Dolce T-shirt when he first came in, with the Mexican flag, with the gold and the white, with the Mexican flag in the middle, with the Dolce, it's crazy. The dress shirt, the Dolce dress shirt, the gold and the white with the Mexican flag, the boxing boots, the Dolce boxing boots with the Dolce gold and white boxing shorts, the Dolce Gabbana gold, white with the Mexican flag boxing robe. These are things that I would buy for Christmas. This is outstanding bling. I think the best bling I've ever seen out of a fighter was what he did this night also. What about the PJS? Oh my God, the pajamas. Oh, I would love those, actually. I'm not even Mexican and I would wear it and buy it, honestly. I would buy it just because it's fly. Just looks great. I just love the way it looked, the design of it. I just loved everything he wore this night. I've never seen a boxer in Dolce & Gabbana boxing boots in my life. Never seen that. That's a new one. And I would definitely rock those. Probably crash my car trying to drive in them, but I'd burn them. So this was Canelo's King Crown night. He got the crown. Usually the heavyweights are always the kings of boxing, always historically. But not now. Not now. Tyson Fury has only defended his belt once as heavyweight champion. Great fight. One of the fights of the year, maybe fight of the year. But nowhere can his career compare to Canelo Alvarez's. He's got a king's crown on as I speak. I forgot about that. They did put a king's crown on him. So he's got his king's crown on, coronated as king. He's the king of boxing. That's what they're saying on here. I would agree. I'm just saying that. Saying it before they say it. So he's the king of boxing, the face of boxing. He's King Canelo Alvarez now. And the only question is, who is he going to fight next? And that's one of the reasons why this fight is so big. Because if David Benavidez wins this fight, he should be the fighter to fight him next. He's earned it. He's a former 2-time champion. He's never lost his belts in the ring. Ring Magazine has him as the number one, and three other noted agents, 3 noted boxing ranking organizations have him as their number one fighter at 168 over Canelo. So I'm not the only one saying that. And he's finishing off Plant stumbling into the ropes here. He's going to end up falling into the ropes on the next one, and he's just hanging there. Yeah. Don't cry for Caleb Plant. His wife is beautiful. He had a good night, I'm sure. I never cry for a man who has a beautiful wife to go home to. He went out on his shield. He got a beautiful wife. He made some money. Nothing to cry about. Welcome to my channel. I got 3 people in the channel. I appreciate that. Getting ready for this fight. Like the video. Subscribe and hit the bell. Takes 2 seconds. We're waiting for the live card to start. You might as well do it. It's free. Trying to get monetized on YouTube. Shameless promotion here. It takes 2 seconds. Just hit subscribe. If you don't want the pop-ups, then don't hit the bell. Just hit subscribe and like the video. I got 3 people in there, only 1 like. Like to get 3 likes. I got 4 people in there, 1 like. Just like the video. It's free. Helps me promote my channel. We're over a month in on my channel. I'm Eugene on my channel, Eugene M. E. the DJ STL, Sports, Music, and Entertainment. And I'm Eugene E. the DJ STL, stage name. I do live stream, boxing, other sports, entertainment, music, live streams, videos, reaction videos, a great music playlist. Check it out. It's all free content for your enjoyment and chill. Doesn't cost a dime. It's totally free. Just hit the like button. Hit subscribe. You help someone out tonight. Feel good about it. Help the channel out. Help me for future boxing streams like this one. The big ones coming up. A lot of big boxing fights coming up between now and the end of the year. Canelo's wife and his child celebrating. Canelo's got his Dolce Gabbana gold and white robe on, all four of the belts, and his king crown. Not yet. The live card is probably going to start, I'm guessing, no more than 10 minutes. 5, 10. Thank you, Mr. Garcia, for coming in and letting me know that you're here. And I appreciate that. Subscribe and like the video. Hit the notification bell. It's free. Takes 2 seconds. We've got 5 or 10 minutes to kill until we get this going. First ever undisputed super middleweight champion in the history of the division. Saul Canelo Alvarez. History-making accomplishment last weekend. The live stream of that historically significant card is available on my channel. Free to watch whenever you want. History, relive it. Enjoy it. I don't know why the crowd was booing Caleb Plant. He came in and did his best. He wasn't the best fighter, and he lost. Went out on his shield. Nothing to be ashamed of. Nothing to boo. Nope, the fight's not started yet. The actual live card hasn't even started yet. So this is going to go past 10. We're looking at 11 or 12 with this card, probably. Caleb Plant going to get medical attention after the fight. I missed that. I didn't know that. They're interviewing Canelo Alvarez now. Welcome to my stream. I'm E the DJ STL. We're live from North St. Louis, and this is they haven't started the live card yet, but this is going to be the main event. David Benavidez, Karan Davis in a pivotal matchup. Benavidez wins this fight. He sets himself up to should be the next challenger for Canelo. I don't think Canelo will take that fight. I don't think he has to. He's a businessman. He learned that business game from watching Floyd Mayweather make so much money. Why take that risk when they'll give you $32 million to fight Anthony Durrell? You're going to get the bag first. Benavidez is young. He ain't going nowhere. Shit. You might well get him a little $32 million for fighting Anthony Durrell first. He ain't get to where he was at now without being smart. Canelo is very smart. He's a businessman also. I think he takes the $32 million, fights Durrell, go pockets that, puts it in his bank account. Then he'll deal with David Benavidez. Benavidez is going to have to wait. That's what I think is going to happen. He has no incentive to fight David Benavidez if you're going to give him $32 million to fight Anthony Durrell. None. I mean, Canelo is holding all the cards now. He's got the strings. He's pulling the strings. He's got all the cards now. PBC is trying to butter him up and make friends with him, and Al Heyman and all of them, and Canelo's, following the Mayweather blueprint to getting rich and becoming a multimillionaire. And for that reason, I don't think he takes the Benavidez fight next. He doesn't have to. He will eventually, probably. I don't think David Benavidez can fight at 168 long. He's not a 160. He's a light heavyweight. He strains to make weight. He lost his belt on the scale. I don't see him being at 168 2 years from now. Or maybe even a year from now. Thank you for coming to my stream, everybody. Let me know who you are. Type it in the comments. Tell me who you think is going to win this fight. Tell me if you think who you think is going to win between Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez if they fight. I should have put that as the poll because we all know that David Benavidez is going to knock out Karan Taylor tonight, I think, except for Karan Davis. I'm sorry, Karan Davis. I should have put that in the poll. Who you think is going to win between? I think I will put that in the comments. And you all can answer while we're waiting for this card to start. Muniga Rosado, weren't they supposed to fight today? Xavier, I think Omaginga was supposed to fight today on the zone. I haven't seen it. I'm gonna watch that later. I've been working on other things. I'll watch it back. I wasn't gonna sit through the cards. The zone's cards last 12 hours. My whole day would be gone if I watched the zone card from beginning to end. I think we have one person that actually voted for Karan Davis. Somebody took Karan Davis in this fight. If it's a brother or sister, or auntie, relative, nephew, or if it's him, I don't know who did, but somebody's taking Karan Davis in this fight. So there we go. Thank you, whoever liked the stream. I appreciate that. Please like the stream if you're in here. It takes 2 seconds. Subscribe to my channel. It's free. It takes 2 seconds. If you want to hit the notification bell and be notified about future live streams of boxing, if you're here, I'm sure you're a boxing fan. Hit the bell if you want. If you don't want the notifications to pop up on your phone where you can accept or deny them, then just don't hit the bell. But subscribe, like the video. That's free. Doesn't hurt you in any way. Definitely a Cowboys fan, Xavier. I'm definitely a Cowboys fan all day. Also, I was about to call them Oakland Raiders, but also a Las Vegas Raiders fan, also in the AFC. But the Cowboys are my number one team. And you just moved to Houston. It's your team's in Tennessee and our team's in Los Angeles. So you got a team at least. We don't. I think most people in Texas are probably Cowboys fans. I think a lot of people in Houston are probably Cowboys fans. It's hard not to be a Cowboys fan. Getting ready for Thanksgiving, actually, this month. We've got the Cowboys, as usual, America's team, prime time, probably 3 o'clock Central. Have your turkey, your dressing, and get ready for the Cowboys. Whether they win or lose the Super Bowl, and I think we're going to win the Super Bowl this year, they're still the most popular team in America every year. So they already winning popularity. Canelo's got a daughter. He's a girl dad like me. If you're a girl dad, you understand. They're showing the Canelo fight on replay on Showtime for the Showtime subscribers who probably didn't have the money to order the pay-per-view fight last week. So because they didn't have the money to order the pay-per-view fight last week, Showtime is a courtesy is replaying it tonight for them so they can see the historic fight for themselves. I have no problem with that. Those fans, the people that yes, sir. David Benavidez is one of my favorite fighters in boxing. I love power punchers. I love aggressive power punching fighters. I always have. Going all the way back to Roberto Duran. Benavidez will be the main event. His brother, his older brother, that's actually smaller than him, that fights at 154 now. He's probably going to be the undercard fight. I would think his brother is going to fight on the undercard. And I would love to see the Benavidez brothers fight the Charlo brothers in a card where Jose Benavidez Jr. would take on Jamel Charlo at 154. They're in the same division. And then Jamal Charlo could face Benavidez at 168. That would be a great card. Brothers against brothers. I would love to see that. I think that would do great numbers. I think Al Heyman and PBC and TGB Promotions and Showtime should listen to me and pull that off. That would be great for fight fans. I don't think we've ever seen brothers fight each other. Yes, I think that would be just bring out the best of boxing fans. I think it would be historical because I can't even remember when brothers like that on that level fought against brothers on that level. That would be great. Take money to do it. And we got David Benavidez coming into the arena with his daughter. He's a girl dad like me also. So obviously he's not going to be fighting next in his daughter this because he's just getting here with his daughter. So we got the main card about to start. This card's going to go longer than normal because they played the replay first. So normally this would be a 2-hour show on Showtime, roughly. Tonight it's going to be a 2.5, almost 3-hour show on Showtime because of the replay of the historic fight last week. And we've got Abner Miras in here. Yeah, the thing about Jamal is Jamal doesn't struggle to make 160. He walks around, roughly in that area anyway. He's not draining himself to weigh 160. He stays in shape year round. He's one of those fighters that's constantly in the ring, constantly working out, constantly staying in shape. He doesn't have to leave 160. For him to make 168, he would have to put on extra weight. It wouldn't free him. If Benavidez moved to 175, it would liberate him because he strains to make 168. Parker DeShore going to shore in that fight, Xavier. Obviously, right now it's about Tyson Fury. He's the heavyweight champion. I don't care who else has the belts. He's the heavyweight champion. He just beat Wilder. He's the heavyweight champion. They haven't started the card, Jason. They haven't started the card yet. They've been replaying the replay of Canelo and Plant. So the actual card hasn't started yet. We're waiting for the card to start, actually. And while we're waiting, you can like the video. It's free. You can subscribe to my channel. No worries. That's what, I mean, it is what it is. I'm just letting you know you haven't missed anything. You haven't missed anything. Just, you know, while we're waiting, you can subscribe for free. I'm not sure. The card is about to start. I don't know how many fights they're going to have before the main event now. I just know that his brother is on the undercard. Jose Benavidez Jr. is on this undercard. So I'm thinking he's probably going to open this fight up. Welcome to my stream. We got 5 people in here. We got 5 people in here. Like the video. Thank you. I appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell. I'm E the DJ STL, live from St. Louis, Missouri. It's my new YouTube channel. We've been up over a month now. It's Eugene M. E the DJ STL, sports, music, and entertainment. Subscribe for free. Hit the bell if you want a notification to pop up on your phone when I'm going live. Or like the video. It's free to subscribe and free to like the videos. Thank you, Christian Sandish, for subscribing. I appreciate that. Christian Sandish didn't type a comment in the comments. I didn't see that, but he did subscribe, and I appreciate that tremendously. Trying to grow my channel, provide more content for all of us. Now let's talk about the Benavidez brothers. Their father, Jose Benavidez Sr., has always been their trainer. He's an ex-fighter. Let's talk about Jose Jr. almost dying from the shooting. I think Jose Benavidez Jr. is about to fight next. He's going to open this up because that's what they're talking about now. They'll talk about his shooting in his background. I want to see this. It's interesting. I want to see if his leg is okay, because when he fought Bud Crawford, he was fighting on one leg. That leg was not right. It was wrapped. It was not right. He had couldn't plan on it solidly. He was a one-legged fighter when he fought Bud Crawford. So his key to his career is to get that leg back strong and healthy, because before that, he was 21-0 with 18 KOs before that loss to Bud Crawford, and was very much a prospect, just like his brother, before that shooting. The fight, Bonnie, is on Showtime. So if you have Showtime, you can watch it on Showtime now. If you do stay around, and you can chat it and watch it with me too, because it's no fun to watch a fight by yourself. They haven't actually started the fight, Bonnie, so there's nothing to actually show. But I can't show the actual fight. It violates YouTube's copyright laws. And my stream, I wouldn't violate them anyway, because I believe in YouTube. But I definitely wouldn't do it with just a little over a month being on YouTube. I'm trying to get subscribed. I'm trying to get monetized by YouTube so I can take care of my 4 kids. I've got 4 kids and 3 baby mamas. So I'm trying to get monetized by YouTube to provide for my 8-year-old daughter. So I can't show the fight live. But if you have Showtime, you can watch it with me. If you don't have Showtime, it will be your eyes and your ears. But I can't violate YouTube's guidelines. I'm going to comment on the fight. I can't show it live. It violates YouTube's laws, Jason. I can't do that. Try to get monetized, not get stricken and in trouble with YouTube. Do it the right way. I'm going to grind it out the strong way. I do it the wrong way. I'm going to hustle like the song said. Show the reflection off of my glasses. Priceless. You know what? I've never, ever heard that, Danny Perez. I can't do anything about the reflection off of my glasses. I don't think I can be in trouble for the reflection off of my glasses. So if the fight is shown to you off the reflection off my glasses, then I can't do anything about that. I don't think I'm in trouble. But I think listening to my call of the fight might be more interested in watching the fight off my glasses. Because I'm going to be your eyes and ears in this fight. I'm 3 generations in the fight game. My grandfather was Sonny Liston's promoter and manager, the first heavyweight champion, undisputed heavyweight champion in St. Louis history. And he was a boxing promoter and manager in St. Louis for years. He held monthly boxing cards in St. Louis when boxing was big in St. Louis. He held monthly boxing cards at the Keel Center, which is now, I think, called the Savage Center, where the St. Louis Blues play. He held monthly boxing cards there and had a stable of fighters and 2 champions, I believe. One was Sonny Liston, who lost to Ali twice. My grandfather was in that ring, and so was my dad. And you can watch that on YouTube. Sonny Liston versus Muhammad Ali. See my dad and my grandfather in the ring. And boxing's been in my blood ever since then, since I was born, because of that. So we got Jose Benavidez Jr. versus Emmanuel Torres as the opener. Getting ready for that fight. We got okay, they're in the ring now. Get ready for this fight. This is Jose Benavidez Jr., the son of the former former pro fighter Jose Benavidez Sr. He's 21-1 with 18 knockouts. His only loss to Bud Crawford, who is also, along with Canelo Alvarez, one of 3 fighters active that have won all 4 belts in one weight class, like Canelo did last week, because Bud Crawford unified the 140-pound belts, all 4 of them, before he moved to welterweight. So he's one of those 6 fighters that have won all 4 belts, unified all 4 belts in one weight class in the modern boxing era. There's only been 6 of them, and Bud Crawford is one, and so is Canelo Alvarez now after last week. And his only loss is to Bud Crawford in a fight where his leg, he was a fighter with one leg. And it was sad to watch him fighting on one leg gallantly and not being able to do anything with Crawford because he's on one leg. So hopefully we'll get to see how his leg's doing. He says his leg is better. He says he's healthy. They always say that. We will see shortly. We got Jose Benavidez Jr., 6'10", 158. This is the highest weight he's ever fought at. One comes in 158 and at 3.75 pounds. So this is the most weight that Jose Benavidez Jr. has ever fought at, his highest weight. So if his leg is not healthy, that's even worse because now he's putting more weight on that leg. So hopefully for him, his leg is better. We're going to find out now whether Jose Benavidez Jr. is back to being what he was before he got shot. If he's got 2 legs or one. Welcome to my stream. Whoever's in here, please vote in the poll. Type a comment in the comments. Let me know who you would think would win between Benavidez and Canelo. Please subscribe, like, hit the bell if you want to get notification on future streams on my channel. We're getting ready to start this live card, the live portion of this card. This is the opening attraction of this live card, featuring David Benavidez's brother. I believe it's his older brother, even though he's much smaller. He was a great prospect until he was shot, almost killed. And health has been his biggest issue ever since that shooting, specifically his leg. When your plant leg is damaged, you got problems as a fighter. If either one of your legs is damaged, you have problems as a fighter. When your plant leg is damaged and you can't plant and get balance on your leg, your plant leg, you're not going to make it. I don't care how good you were. I thought he fought Galilee versus Bud Crawford. It was sad to see him fighting like that. Got 6 people in here, only got 3 likes. Hit the like button. It's free. Takes a half a second. Subscribe to my channel. It's free. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified by pop-up on your phone when I'm live streaming anything. It's free. Takes 2 seconds. Shameless promotion. Trying to get monetized on YouTube. And here we go. Making his return to the ring, Jose Benavidez Jr. Merciless Jose Benedito Jr. and his wife. And here's another theme. He's a girl dad. I'm a girl dad. Canelo's a girl dad. He's a girl dad. David Benavidez is a girl dad. If you're a girl dad out there, you understand what that means. It's a privilege and an honor. A gift that God bestows upon a man. It's a special gift. All your children are. But girls hit different. The schedule for 10 rounds, 154. It's the Jamel Charlo weight class. And here we go. Round 1. We've got Benavidez in black and red. Torres in the white. Torres throwing lots of punches. Just landed a right hand to Benavidez. Not much power. Benavidez walking him down. At least initially, it looks like his leg is a little bit better than it was when he fought Bud Crawford. He's been very inactive since the shooting. Hasn't fought as much. Trying to get his health together. Torres landing combination punches on him, looking pretty good in this first round. Very active with his hands. Not much power behind him, but he's definitely scoring points. He's throwing combinations, jabs, and right hands. He's boxing them well in this first round. Actually, with a little more than where the first minute of that round was definitely Torres' first minute. And we got Benavidez walking him down, not throwing more punches. Torres is not afraid of him. Not afraid of him and is standing his ground. He's moving side to side, but he's definitely standing his ground. Jose Benavidez Jr. trying to turn up the heat now. Combination to the body. They're standing in the phone booth in the corner, but Torres gets a little distance. Benavidez throws some hard punches. They miss. Combination back from Torres to Benavidez. We got Benavidez with a nice body job, a left hook to the body. He's got 2 jabs from Torres, and Benavidez follows with the right to the body, with the right to the head. Not hard punches. Torres standing his ground. He's not moving. He's standing his ground. Looking to counter now. Benavidez with a solid left hook. Another right hand misses, but left hook behind it lands. And Torres comes right back with a jab and a right hand. And he's not running. He's standing there trying to get distance for his punches because he's got the reach. He's got the height, looks like. He's trying to get distance for his punches, but he's not running. He's standing there and active with his hands. He's not afraid of Jose Benavidez Jr. I don't know if that's because he knows the leg is damaged and he considers him weak because of that. but he's definitely being brave. He's in the corner now, taking punches for Benavidez Jr. Left, right to the body for Benavidez Jr. And the 10-second bell rings. We got a combination from Torres to Benavidez head. I wasn't going to score this fight, but we're going to change that around. I'm going to score it. And I'm going to get that round to Torres. He's the active fighter. 2 more punches. Give him that round. I'm going to score this. I wasn't prepared to score this, but I'm going to score it anyway. Now, pretty interesting fight. I didn't know it was going to be this interesting. So we got Benavidez Jr. and Torres. Round 1. I'm giving that to Torres. He's the more active fighter. Do more punches, landing more punches. So I'm going Torres in that round. That's a 10-9 round for Torres. Round 1. Wasn't planning on scoring it, but I am. It's going to be a pretty interesting fight now. All right, round 2. We got Torres versus Benavidez Jr. Firstborn child of Jose Benavidez Sr. We got a nice jab with a combination starting it off from Torres, standing his ground with very active hands. Benavidez taking some punches from Torres here. Nice jab followed by a nice right hand from Torres. Very active with his hands. Nice. He's winning the space battle. And Torres and Benavidez Jr. is doing what he did in the Crawford fight. He's got his hands down to his side. He's trying to walk him down, but he's missing when he throws punches. He just missed a right hand, looping right hand that grazed the back of Torres' head. We got a left hook to the body from Benavidez Jr. Not much on that because Torres was moving. We're at the 2-minute mark now in this fight. First part of the round, I would have probably gave that to Torres again. More active, landing more punches. Torres keeping his distance wisely because of his height and reach advantage. He doesn't want to smother his punches. He's not running. He's just keeping the distance for him to land his punches, which is smart. Benavidez with a solid left to the body. Follows up with 2 solid right hands that graze the head of him. Benavidez coming on in the second second part of the fight, of round rather. Benavidez throwing more punches now. Might have gotten that last minute. We're in the last minute now of this round, and I think the last minute of this round probably is going to decide this round. We got a combination from Torres. Benavidez back with a combination to the body. Nice right hand to the head by Torres on Benavidez. Torres consistently doubling up on the jab. I noticed in this fight. He's doubling up on the jab. They'll talk about that. And he's doing that well. So far, this last minute probably is going to decide this round. There's 37 seconds left. And Torres is, to me, winning this round again. He won the first minute. I lost the second minute. And the third minute is going to him unless Benavidez can do something here. Nice jab. Solid jab. Right hand to the body from Torres. Another combination from Torres. We got 10 seconds left, a 10-second count, and Torres landing punches on Benavidez while the count comes, 10 seconds. Nice left right hand by Torres, and Benavidez caught him with a counter. Okay, that last minute of that round went to Torres, so he won 2 minutes out of 3 to me, so that's another Torres round to me. So I got 2018 after 2 for Torres. Benavidez was more active in that round, though. More active in that round. He won the second minute. Well, he won the first minute went to Torres. The second minute to me went to Benavidez, and Torres won the last minute. So I gave him 2 out of 3 minutes in that round. solidly the last minute, and I think that decided the round. So I think right now I got him up 2-0. Interested to see when their expert person judging these rounds what he's got to say. I got 2-0. The only thing that would make Torres nervous is I think Benavidez is more of a house fighter on Showtime and PBC than him. So he's going to really have to win this decisively because he could get robbed in the decision here. But it might not matter because Benavidez is coming forward now. Solid left hook to the body by Jose Benavidez Jr. And that slowed Torres down a little bit. Torres with a nice combination to the head. Nice jab, doubling up on it. He's boxing beautifully and punching beautifully when he does. I don't think he nearly has the power that Jose Benavidez has, but I wonder how much power he has, Benavidez, with his leg. I mean, he looks better. He looks like he's moving better than he did in the Crawford fight. I noticed he doesn't have a wrap on the leg like he did in the Crawford fight either. So he looks like he is moving better. Taking solid combinations from Torres, though, left and the right. Torres, solid combinations again. To me, Torres is in control of this fight right now. We're in the third round. And Torres with a nice combination. Beautiful. He's boxing beautifully. He's standing there, getting his space and his distance and landing jabs and combinations to Benavidez Jr. And Benavidez Jr. has not been active. He's been off a lot, you know, even since the Crawford fight. He's got solid combinations to the head by Benavidez. Benavidez with the best portion of this fight. Torres spins him, moves him, and then lands a jab and the right hand. That was Benavidez's best portion of this fight right there. But Torres came right back, circled, and got his space and landed a combination. So he's going right back to what's working for him. You know, you can't win a round with just those few combinations, though. That's not going to win 3 minutes when you just landing 10 seconds worth of shots. So we got 39 seconds left in this third round. 39 seconds left, and right now I've got this is another Torres round, even though he did have his moments in this round, his best moments of this fight in this round for Benavidez. Nice combination from Torres, lands a left and a right, and then circles and moves and stays right there, though. He's not going far. He's not running. He's just getting his distance for his punches. He's not smothering his punches. He's wise enough to have the right distance in the ring for his punches not to get smothered. So he's not running. He's just getting the distance that he needs. And that round's over with. Benavidez lands 2 power punches after the bell. Looks like he's getting frustrated. And I would be too because he just lost another round. So to me, that's a 10-9 round for Torres. And he's up 30-27. I got it 3-0 for Torres. Torres replay. Nice jab from Torres. Beautiful right hand behind it. He's really boxing. He's boxing and punching. He's a boxer puncher in this fight. And beautiful punches from him. Now, they're showing the slow-mo of Benavidez in replay, and there was no leverage on those punches in terms of his balance and his feet. No balance on those punches. They weren't. It looked flashy, but I don't think that leg's 100% still. Will it ever be? Well, here we go. We're in the 4th round now of Jose Benavidez Jr. versus Mr. Torres. And I'm going to learn his first name now because he's winning this fight. This is a good fight, though. Torres with a left-right and a left-right, active with his hands. Benavidez trying to come back with a left to the body. Another jab, or with a jab from Benavidez there. Benavidez still with his hands down by his side, and Torres takes advantage of that with a 4-punch combination. Right hand behind it, another jab, another right hand behind it. He's taking advantage of that. and Benavidez hasn't been active, so his hands are down by his side. I don't know if he's getting tired. Is he did the same thing versus Crawford? Maybe it's because he's not in shape as much, or he came in heavy. Yeah, he came in very heavy. He's weight heavy, heaviest weight in his career. This was a tighter fight. He would not have made weight. Torres with a counter punch, beautiful left-right combination, followed it up with a right to the body. Beautiful work by Torres. He's boxing beautifully in this fight. Boxing and punching. Nice jab, nice right hand that grazes him. Another solid left and the right that hit his glove. So he follows up with another jab and a right to the face of Benavidez. That last one got through. He's boxing beautifully. And he's not doing damage, but he's winning the rounds. And Benavidez with his hands down to his side, throws a body punch. He's not committed to defense. His hands down by his side in the phone booth, right there in the phone booth with his hands to his side. That's just horrible for a pro fighter to do. A lot of bad habits here for Benavidez. And I don't know if it's ring rust. A lot of bad habits here. You're in the phone booth with your hands down to your side. Maybe he just doesn't respect the power of Torres, but he's getting hit a lot. He's getting hit and he's losing the fight. And we're in the 41 seconds left in this fourth round. Another round dominated by Torres. Benavidez coming forward like he does. He's got his guard up a little bit better now. He's bending his legs. Nice left hook from Benavidez. He's now fighting better. He's like he's getting more leverage now. I don't know whether his leg is loosening up, but he's starting to plant his feet better and throw punches harder. There was a grazing right hand by Benavidez Jr. that missed. Nice combination from Torres back with a jab and a right hand. Very active with his hands. And that round comes to an end. Now that's a close round. The judge there, he just threw more punches in that round. He's just landing more punches and throwing more punches. I'm going to get that to Torres again. He's just not enough from Jose Benavidez Jr. to get that round. Not enough. So we got it 40-36, 4 rounds to nothing right now. I've got Torres pitching the shutout, which is probably a surprise to PBC, Al Heyman, TGB Promotions, and probably all the fight fans out there. They're interviewing David Benavidez in the background. The backstage rather. He's got his shirt on, his T-shirt with his name on it, his nickname. El Bandera on his T-shirt, which I believe in Mexican, El Bandera means red flag. I don't know if he's gang related. I don't assume anything. I'm from St. Louis. That means a lot here. You say red flag, I think blood or Peru. I don't know anything about Phoenix, Arizona, other than the Cardinals and the Suns. So we're in the 5th round. And Benavidez putting the pressure on now, turning up the heat, going for broke. Got lefts and rights to the body and the head by Benavidez Jr. He's going balls to the walls now. You got Benavidez Jr. going balls to the wall now in this round, trying to turn the tide. We got, for the first time in this fight, Torres fighting off his back foot a little bit now. But then he stops and goes back to his game plan of jab, right hand, which is really working for him. Benavidez is eating jabs like I eat McDonald's quarter pounders. You just can't get enough of them in his face. We got Benavidez Jr. with a nice combination in the corner. Torres spins away, comes back with a left right to the body. They're in the phone booth in the middle of the ring, right on top of each other. The ref wisely not breaking them, letting them fight their way out of it. And Torres does that by a jab and a nice combination. And he gets his space again, comes back with a jab and another right hand. He's really good at getting the space he needs for his punches. And a nice body shot by Torres. Now Benavidez got his guard up more. He's throwing a jab. Eats a combination from Torres again. Another combination from Torres. Nice body shot from Benavidez. We got a minute left in this round, and this minute is going to decide this round to me. I don't like calling draws. Nice combination by Torres. Left, right, another left, right, a left hook to the body by Torres. Benavidez smiles with his hands down, comes back with 2 body shots to Torres. Torres follows right back. This is a good fight. A lot of action in it. Excellent fight. Better than I thought it was going to be. There's another left, right by Torres. It's a hard round to call. 30 seconds left. This is a tough round to call. And we got a nice combination by Torres. They're in the phone booth, middle of the ring, right on top of each other. And then Benavidez tried to wind up with a hook, and great instincts by Torres. He gets out of the way. He gets out of there. And now he's got the space he wants. He's trying to land his jab. He's waiting too long to throw. Got a nice left right to the body by Benavidez, and that round comes to an end. I want to give that round to Benavidez. His best round of the fight. Much more active, doing a lot of things different, holding his hands up better. We got Michael Carbajal, Hall of Famer, boxing Hall of Famer, Michael Carbajal here in the crowd. So we gave that round to Benavidez, and that's going to make it 4 rounds to 1. Four rounds to 1 going into the 6th. So by my count, Benavidez is going to turn it up over the next half of this fight. He's got 4 rounds to make something happen. He's coming from behind. He's got 4 rounds to get it done. He's coming from behind. I think he's in more of a fight than he thought. Nice combination from Torres to begin this round. Torres with the jab. Benavidez comes back with the right hand. Torres with a jab. Combination with the right that misses. Comes back with another jab after that. Benavidez walking him down. He's got Torres fighting more off of his back foot in this round. He's starting to command control of the ring a little bit. Benavidez now in this round. We're in the 6th round. Benavidez, they're in the middle of the ring. Benavidez eats 2 combinations, jab, right hand, another jab, right hand, 3 combinations, jabs, right hands by Torres. Piling up points right here. They got it 49-46 Torres, and they've given Benavidez the second, and they gave Torres that last round. So we're not on the same page, me and this guy. So he's got Torres up, but not by as much as I have him up. And so we got interesting. I gave Benavidez that last round. He gave Torres that last round. So I don't know. Some of these rounds are tough, but I look at them at each minute. If you win 2 minutes of a fight, unless the other fighter does a whole lot in that 1 minute, I'm not going to give it to him if it's close. And we got a nice combination by Benavidez. He eats he rolled with that right hand from took the force off of it, rolled with that. Combination by Benavidez, nothing major. He's got his hands down by his side again. He tries to hold him up when he thinks the guy's going to punch, but that's not defense. I don't think he has the stamina to keep his hands up or the discipline. Eats a nice 4-punch combination, jabs, right hands from Torres. While he's doing that, nice body punches by Benavidez. 2 more nice body punches by Benavidez. Eats a right hand that didn't have much on it. Got Benavidez walking him down. We got Torres Torres trying to stand his ground again like he's been doing effectively in this fight. And we're 10 seconds left in a hard round to score. Another hard round to score. That's the end of that round. That's another hard one to score. And we're interviewing Karan Davis backstage. It was calm, cool, collected. I'm giving that last round to Torres. Do more punches, landing more punches. Not letting his hands go, Benavidez Jr. So that's going to make it 59 to 55 for them. 59-55, so we got Torres up 5 rounds to 2. Well, hold on, I'm sorry. I had this wrong. Okay, so we got it 59-55. We're in the 7th round now. And we got Benavidez coming forward very aggressively, throwing punches. The ref breaks him. Good ref in this fight. Very good refereeing in this fight. You very rarely see him. You don't need him, and he's not in any way trying to interject himself in this fight. Great ref. He's letting them fight their way out when they get close to each other. He's not coming in until he's needed. He hasn't come in much in this whole fight because he hasn't been needed. He's doing the right thing by just letting the fighters fight. You barely notice that he's there, and that's a good ref. Nice combination by Torres. The crowd getting a little anxious here. I think the crowd is for Benavides. They get a little anxious here, a little worried. Get a little worried here in the 7th round here. Get a little worried in the Benevices fans here, most of which are Benavidez fans. Combination misses from Benavidez. Torres with a nice jab. Not much action in this round compared to the other rounds. We've got a looping right hand from Torres that misses. Benavidez not throwing many punches. Nice combination from Torres again. Got a minute left almost in this round. Minute 13 seconds left. First 2 minutes probably going to Torres for throwing more punches. Benavidez just not letting his hands go. And that's why the crowd's getting anxious. We got the jab from Torres controlling the fight with the jab. Benavidez needs to turn it up. He's not throwing enough punches. He's missing when he does, though. Looks like his leg is a little bit better. His base is better. Nice left hook from Benavidez to the body. And we got 23 seconds left in the round, rather. And chopping right hand for Benavidez. Very close round to score. Torres is throwing he's throwing punches, not as many as he has been. He's circling the ring, trying to give him buying time, really trying to let this round in. I think he's trying to get a break really in that round. Not active and throwing as many punches. Well, not landing as many punches. I'm giving that round to Benavides. So that's gonna make it. I've got 65. 68 for Torres. 65-68. Got it 5 rounds to 3. Going into this 8th round, I still have Torres up. by 2 rounds. We're in the 8th. That means to me, Benitez is gonna not only win these, gonna have to win these 2 rounds. He's gonna have to do more than just win them, or he can't. It can best he can hope for on my card is a draw at this point. So he's getting to the point where he needs to get really serious about winning this fight. He needs to have a sense of urgency, and he does have it. He's coming out and he's landing solid punches to Torres in this beginning of this round. I see a sense of urgency in Benavidez. He is really got him in the corner. He's landing lots of punches on him. Not hard ones, but he's letting his hands go. Much more aggressive Benavidez Jr. in this round. I think his corner probably told him that he's behind on the cards because he's coming out with a sense of urgency in this round. Still got his hands down to his side coming forward. That's just horrible. That's just horrible. It's just stamina, nice right combination by Benavidez to the body. Benavidez Jr. It's a minute gone in this round. We're down to 2 minutes left. I will give that first minute to Benavidez on aggression and punching. Benavidez stalking. Torres' jab doesn't have the steam that it had earlier, but that right hand that he did land after the jab did have it. Nice combination again from Torres, trying to take control of this round again, trying to get back and take control of this fight again. Got Benavidez Jr. in the southpaw stance in the corner. And Torres is not having none of that. He gets out the corner, gets to the middle of the ring. Well, he tries to get space. Nice left hook to the body from Benavidez. Solid right hand by Benavidez to Torres. Torres reacts like it didn't hurt him, which means it did. We got Benavidez walking him down now. Solid punches to the head and the body by Benavidez in this round. He's winning this round. It's a minute left so far. I think Benavidez is taking the first 2 minutes. Nice combination by Benavidez. This is his best round of the fight. Torres tiring. Those 2 punches, they were weak punches. It's like a nice clubbing right hand to the head by Benavidez. Didn't catch him flush, but it did land. Torres not working nearly as hard in this round, throwing punches. Punch rate dropping in this round. This is a Benavidez round. It's 30 seconds left, and Benavidez is taking control of this round. Maybe the fight, but it's starting to get too late for that. Nice combination to the body by Torres. Back Benavidez with a nice combination to the body. Misses with the left hook to the head. Torres comes back into the phone booth once more. We got the 10-second bell count, 10 seconds left in the round. We got Torres throwing combinations. The Benavidez is going for broke. Benavidez got him in the corner going for broke. He's balls to the wall in the corner. That's the end of the round. So that's the Benavidez round, clearly. Best round to fight for him. So 75, 77. Okay. I got it 75, 77. My count's off, but I got it 4 or 5. I got 4 rounds. I got 5 rounds for Torres, 4 rounds for Benavidez going into this. Okay, well, never mind. I might be right. Okay, never mind. 4 to 5 going into this round. Okay. They're in the corner of Torres. And this is the 9th round. Okay, my math is okay. All right, so this is the 9th round. Here we go. He gave that round to Benavidez. He gave the last 2 to Benavidez. And I gave that last two to Benavidez also. And we're here in the 9th round now. Benavidez needs this round. I think he's going to need these 2 rounds to even have a chance to win in this fight. Benavidez. Solid punch to the head by Benavidez. Got a nice jab. Nice combination punching by Torres. Back to what he was doing before. Benavidez with his hands down on his side again. Eats a combination, a weak combination from nice body punches by Torres. He's got his distance back where he wants it. He's fighting like he did in the first few rounds now. Benavidez not throwing punches in that first half of this round. First half of this round was definitely a Torres round. He's doing a great job of the distance. Nice combination by Torres to the body, straight punches, clean punches to Benavidez's head. Benavidez is tiring to me, and Torres is taking this round. The crowd is getting anxious, almost to the point of booing their hometown fighter. They want Benavidez to turn it up, and I don't know if he has the stamina to do it. He hasn't been active. I think the leg is better, but his stamina is ring rust. Nice body punch by Benavidez Jr. We got Torres moving away, trying to get some space. We got a missing grazing right hand for Benavidez. Torres comes back with a 4-punch combination now of jabs and straight right hands. They landed. They didn't do much damage. He got a body punch to the a right to the body, followed a right to the head of Torres on Benavidez. We got 15 seconds left in this round, and this is clearly a Torres round. Clearly. So we're going to 10, and I'm giving that one to Torres. And so we got 87, 84. Okay, I got that one really needed. Now we're going to the 10th round now. I've got Benavidez down by 3 rounds, and he needs a knockout to win this fight. That's where we're at now. Welcome to my stream. Whoever just joined, please vote on my poll. Type a comment in the comment section. Let me know who you are. I've been asking people all night, who do you think will win between David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez if they fought? I'm definitely taking Benavidez. Let me know who you got. Type 1 for Canelo. Type 2 for Benavidez if you think Benavidez is going to win the fight if they fight each other. They're showing the replay of the end of that round. It was definitely a Torres round. Definitely a Torres round. I think that Benavidez needs a knockout or a couple knockdowns to win this fight now. The crowd's hyped. 10th round, they know this fight's in the balance. I think they're in Arizona, judging by the crowd, because it's definitely a pro-Benavidez crowd. I didn't check. We got the 10th and final round. We got Jose Benavidez Jr. trying not to get his second loss on his resume, because if he doesn't do something big in this round, I think he's going to have his second loss. So we got a nice right hand, another left-right by Torres, another jab, a 2-jab combination from Torres. Torres feeling it. He's feeling it. He's smelling the victory, Torres. He's not at all afraid of Benavidez power. He's just landing another combination for Torres. We got 2 minutes left in this round, and unless Benavidez can knock him down a couple of times or get him out of here, I don't see the power from Jose Benavidez Jr. anymore. And I think it's the leg. I don't think he has the leverage. He can't create the leverage on his punches anymore with his plant foot, his dominant foot leg being injured. He can't get the power. Can't generate the power that he used to generate. And he's not the same fighter. He just isn't. It's unfortunate that gunshot, the injury that almost killed him. It didn't kill him, but it might have killed his career. He's fighting for money now, but he doesn't look the same. He's competitive, but he's losing this fight. We got a nice combination from Torres to the head of Benavidez, who's not even pressing the issue anymore. He's not even pressing the issue. Nice combination by Torres to the face of Benavidez. Here comes Benavidez with a nice combination to the body. We're under a minute left in this fight. And Benavidez, to me, is losing this round also. So we got a nice combination of punches by Benavidez to Torres, but they're all arm punches, no leverage. I don't think he can plant that leg anymore. He can bend it, he can move around good, but I don't know if he can generate the power from his base that he used to generate before the shooting, which is sad. And this fight is coming to an end. We got 15 seconds left. And this is going to be, unless the judges do something crazy, because I'm giving this round to Torres also. We got the 10-second warning. And we got this as another Torres round. So I've got it. Torres winning this fight. Excuse me. I've got Torres winning this fight by 4 rounds. I've got it. I've got Torres winning this fight by four rounds. I got it 6-4. I got this fight 6-4 in rounds for Torres. I got Torres winning this fight. And we're getting ready probably for the main event next. And it's sad to say that the idea ahead of the Charlo brothers fighting the Benavidez brothers is probably not a good idea at this point. I don't want to see Jose Benavidez fight Jamel Charlo. Jamel Charlo would beat him to death. So right now, we can scratch that idea. And we could just look at Charlo versus Benavidez or Charlo versus Canelo if he decides to move up to 168, because there's no way that Jose Benavidez Jr. is going to be a player at 154. That's a very strong division in boxing with a lot of really good fighters at 154. Not maybe as stacked as 135, 30 range, 40 range, with all those fighters between 35 and 40, those great fighters and all those great fighters mixed up right there. Strongest divisions, 35, 40, they all mixed together. More talent there than anywhere. Weight, probably more talent in welterweight outside of there. Those lightweight, junior lightweight fighters there, Tank Davis and all of those ones there. Teofimo Lopez and all of those guys, you know, Shakur Stevenson and all of those great fighters in those ranges. But there's no way he could compete at 154. A lot of great fighters at 154. There's no way that Jose Benavidez will ever be a player at 154. I don't think his leg is ever going to be right. That's sad. But I think that might be his. I think that his chances of being what he would have been before that shooting are over with. They're showing highlights of a girl fight, probably on the undercard. We're getting ready for the decision in this fight now. Got Jimmy Lennon Jr. with the call. Hopefully these referees are not going to rip off Torres in this fight. I don't want to see that tonight. I don't want to see a bogus decision tonight. Call it right, guys. Just call it right. 97-94, he's got him up, the first judge to Benavidez. We got a draw. Oh, God. The crowd's booing. This is a majority draw. Torres has been ripped off. The crowd's booing, and it's a pro Benavidez crowd, and they're booing the decision. This is horrible. It's a majority draw. It's horrible. Torres has been robbed here without a gun, without a mask. He's been robbed. You know, this is sad. But it's just a robbery. Sad, really. The poor guy just got robbed. The crowd's booing. It's a pro Torres crowd. I mean, pro Benavides crowd, and the crowd's booing. So that tells you where we're at with that. That's just horrible. Just horrible. That was a highway robbery. Poor Torres. Just got robbed. No gun. No mask. Just a robbery. And a black eye. Another black eye for boxing. It's sad. It really is sad, Danny. That's sad. The guy fought the fight of his life. Came in here on the road. Came in here and took the fight. And he just got ripped off. A majority draw. It's like kissing your sister. And he didn't even deserve it. He won that fight clearly. There's no argument that could even be. No one can even make an argument for. No one can even make an argument for Benavidez winning that fight. No one can even make that argument. It's not even close. Not even close. Criminal. We're getting ready for the main event now. Give me a second. Get ready for the main event now coming up, I'm presuming. After they interview that garbage call. Referees, man. That was just bogus. I feel bad for Torres. I really do. I really feel bad for him. Those are the kind of things that just, it's boxing. I guess it's always will be, and it's gonna always be that way, I guess. I'm an idealist and a realist. I want the best. I want to see the refs do their job. Okay, we got this Sunday, December 5th. We got 5-time champion Tank Davis taking on Pitbull Cruz, December the 5th. Big fight coming up. Great fight. Tank Davis versus Pitbull Cruz, December the 5th. I will definitely be calling that. How things going, Diego Juzo? If I'm pronouncing that right. Welcome to my stream. Please vote in the poll. Please like the video while we're waiting for this main event to start. Subscribe and hit the notification bell for the next fights. We got some great fights coming up. Then we got Showtime pay-per-view. Jake, the problem child, Paul versus Tyson Fury's little brother. Won't be calling that one. I watch the celebrity fights. I'm not calling them. I'm not taking them serious. Got Frank Gore versus somebody, the running back. Oh, come on. Come on. Well, they're analyzing everything. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, we're backstage showing Karan Davis working out on the mitts. He says he's going to use his brain, not his heart. Apparently, he's not going to go into this with a slugfest mentality. We got David Benavidez, former 2-time champion at 168, hitting the mitts now. You can hear him hitting the mitts. This was supposed to be a title eliminator tonight, with Karan Davis coming in at the last minute on 2-week notice to take this fight after the European fighter tested positive for steroids. They refused to sanction this as the title eliminator, which I think was a mistake. Maybe they're trying to help Canelo out. Welcome to my stream. Whoever just joined, please vote in the poll. Tell me who you think would win between David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez. They're interviewing David Benavidez now. I think it was wrong for them not to sanction this as the title eliminator. It wasn't David Benavidez's fault. He's a former 2-time champion. He deserves his shot to redeem himself. He's never lost the title fight in the ring. And he should properly be fighting Canelo in the next fight. And I don't know if they're trying to shield Canelo. I know he's the money man. But they should have been the title eliminator, and the winner of this fight should be the person, and it's going to be Benavidez. And he should be the one getting the Canelo fight next. And the fact that they didn't sanction this fight as the title eliminator is another reason I believe that Canelo is going to choose to fight Anthony Durrell in this next fight, who looked great on the co-main event of the Canelo victory last week with an awesome knockout and looked really good. Anthony Dirrell has all the talent in the world. He's a 2-time former champion. He has all the talent in the world. Probably underrated. But he did get knocked out by David Benavidez less than 2 years ago. So if anybody's going to get a shot at Canelo, it should be Benavidez. But I think this call is going to come for Canelo. He's King Canelo. He's the face of boxing right now. He's the king of boxing, pound per pound right now. And he's going to make this call. And the problem is they pay him so much money to fight that he doesn't have an incentive to take the fight. He's going to get $30+ million fighting Anthony Dirrell. If you can get $30+ million fighting Anthony Dirrell, why would you take a Benavidez fight? I would take the free money. Benavidez can wait as far as he's concerned. And he might wait him out until he's too big to make 168. Because I don't think he has a chance of beating Benavidez. I think Canelo's only hope for beating Benavidez is his experience, his ring savvy, and he's got to use his experience because Benavidez is too big and strong and hits harder than him. He's going to be just as active as Canelo, but with a lot more force and powerful punches. He's going to walk him down. He's a naturally bigger and stronger fighter than Canelo. He's really a light heavyweight masquerading as a 168-pound fighter, draining himself to make 168. But if he makes weight and then rehydrates himself, he's going to be too big and too strong for Canelo Alvarez. And I don't think Canelo Alvarez will take that fight for that reason. He's going to get paid regardless. He's going to do the smart business thing, that Floyd Money Mayweather thing, and take that $30+ million and take that Dirrell fight and go straight to the bank with that money. And then he'll just wait for the Benavidez fight eventually, or for Benavidez to go to 175, because I don't see Benavidez being at 168 any more than a year now. He's lost his belt on the scale already once. So we got to start the main event. They're introducing Kyron Shut It Down Davis now, the former great amateur fighter, 2 or 3-time amateur champion, the Olympic alternate for the United States in the previous Olympics. He's in on a 2-week notice in this fight. Welcome to my stream. Vote on my poll. Type a comment in the comments. Let me know who you are. We're about to start the main event now. We got David Benavidez versus Kyron Davis in this pivotal 168-pound fight. Benavidez wins. He probably should be the next challenger for King Canelo. He's earned it. He's a former 2-time champion who's never lost a title fight in the ring. He's undefeated. And he deserved to try to re-win his title. David Benavidez. Let's talk about him. Real name, Anthony David Benavidez. David is his middle name. His government name is Anthony David Benavidez. Born, raised in Phoenix, Arizona. His father was a professional fighter, Jose Benavidez Sr. He had a very small amateur background, 15 fights as an amateur, David Benavidez. 10-0, 15-0 in those limited amateur fights. He's basically been a pro fighter all his life, and that's the interesting thing about this fight. David Benavidez is a career pro fighter. He's started fighting at 3. At 15, he was up to 250 pounds. They got in shape through boxing. His father was a former pro fighter. He had a limited amateur background, but he has a lot of pro experience. Training, working out, living and eating pro boxing. He's a pro fighter. Karan Davis is a longtime amateur fighter who had a great amateur career. He was born in Jersey. He was raised in Wilmington, Delaware. It's the first fighter I've ever heard of from Wilmington, Delaware. The first athlete I've ever heard of have a name for himself from Wilmington, Delaware. He was a 2 or 3-time amateur champion. He was the Olympic alternate for one of the Olympics. He's lost 2 fights. One of them was to Patrick Day, unanimous decision in 2018. Patrick Day was later killed in the ring. He lost the fight to Charles Cornwell and suffered a brain trauma, and he's dead now, no longer with us. And he lost to Junior Castillo by unanimous decision. He's never been knocked out. He's lost 2 pro fights. He's only got 6 knockouts as a pro. And his style is very conducive to the amateur game, not necessarily conducive to the pro game. And there's a difference. And Benavidez is a pro fighter. He's trained and raised as a pro fighter. Very limited amateur experience. For those boxing experts who put so much stock in amateur experience, and I still put stock in amateur experience, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying there's also other ways to master the craft of being a professional fighter. And there are so many great amateur fighters that never were great as a pro. I think Mark Breland, one of the greatest amateur fighters in the history of boxing, the former Gold Glover, the Olympic star, Mark Breland, never was the great fighter that people thought he would be. Had a good career. You'd even say a very good career, but he was never what he was as an amateur. Historically known as one of the greatest amateur fighters ever, Mark Breland. But he never became that as a pro. There's a difference between being a great amateur and being a great pro. Sugar Ray Leonard transitioned from being a great gold medal winning amateur fighter to being a great Hall of Fame pro fighter. You got to learn the pro game. And part of that is having power punching and balance and being able to not just throw volumes of punches, but serious punches with bad intentions. And you talk punches with bad intentions, you talk about David Benavidez. You talk to Tank Davis, power punchers, knockout fighters. The most popular fighters, I think, I love power punchers and aggressive fighters. Ever since Roberto Duran, I think of great power punching fighters. And David Benavidez is that. And I love watching him fight. He's one of my favorite fighters in boxing. He's got the reach, 74.5 reach to 73. He's got the height. They've got him listed at 6'1.5". I thought he was 6'2". When I looked him up, it said 6'2". They got him at 6'1.5". Benavidez came in. They haven't shown the weight yet. But here we go. We got to start the main event in this fight. I think this fight is going to end by knockout inside 6 rounds. I think Benavidez is going to get him out of there. But Kyron Davis does have a significant amateur career. He does have a lot of heart. He does throw a lot of punches. So he gets his shot. He gets this shot because of the majority draw that he had with Anthony Durrell, who I think won that fight. And a lot of people think he won that fight. Most people do. And he got this fight because of that unanimous draw. Not unanimous, but majority draw against Durrell. And that's how he got the Benavidez fight as a fill-in. I thought he lost the Durrell fight. I don't think he has a chance in this one. But it's going to be interesting to see. Anytime David Benavidez fights, it's a good thing. He's all action, all power. He's a walking bully in the ring. Very big physical fighter with active hands and powerful punches to the head and the body and sheer aggression. He fights with the aggression of Mike Tyson, the anger of Mike Tyson. But here we go. Super middleweight special attraction. Should have been the title eliminator, which would have made Benavidez the next person to fight Canelo. Somehow, some way, the boxing organizations decided to take that away. No fault of David Benavidez. And this is another reason why I think it's going to be Durrell and Canelo as the next Canelo fight. But clearly Benavidez deserves it. He's earned it. He's a former 2-time champion, never lost his belts in the ring. He lost one for cocaine and one for missing weight. And he's never been beaten in his life, and he's never been lost in a championship fight. He's been a 2-time champion for 2 years, and he deserves his shot again. Earned it. We got Karan shut it down. Davis getting announced. It's going to be the highlight of his night, I believe, right here. Because I don't think he's going to have a chance of winning this fight. So David Benavidez actually lives in Seattle, Washington now. He doesn't live in Arizona anymore. And I think that, I'm just speculating here, perhaps he needed to get out of Phoenix. Perhaps with what's going on with his brother and the shooting, and we'll tell him what's going on there, but maybe he's getting out of there is a good thing. Emmanuel Bandera, the red flag, David Benavidez with his signature float slash. And that's what he does in the ring. It ain't bragging if you can back it up. And he can back it up. So we got David Benavidez 24-0, 21 knockouts. The refs giving them their instructions. We're about to get it on. And we're about to start this first round. Here we go. David Benavidez, Karan Davis live. Coming your way. Shut it down, Davis. Looking to upset David Benavidez tonight and put his name in there in that discussion at 168. But he's really a 154-pound fighter. He's outsized in this fight. And we're in round one. So we got David Benavidez in the red and the white coming forward in his normal stance. He's got his guard up pretty good, unlike his brother. And he's walking down Karan Davis. Karan Davis is trying to box him. Okay, so he's listening to his corner. I think all of these trainers are telling their fighters to box him when I think maybe Karan doesn't have any power, so it might be his only shot for doing that. He certainly can't survive a fight with him. I thought he would fight him. I didn't think he would box him, but he is boxing him. He's listening to his corner. That's what he was talking about when he was getting his hands wrapped. That he's following the advice of his corner, trying to box, Olympic-style box, David Benavidez. So now we got an Olympic-style boxer in Karan Davis versus a career pro, David Benavidez. We got power versus speed. David Benavidez with a right hand that glances off the head of Karan Davis. This is round one. So far, it's a fill-out round. Benavidez not throwing many punches. Davis moving, throwing punches, not landing, but moving. Benavidez walking him down. Davis on his back foot. Not used to do that. We got 1:18 left. We got Benavidez controlling every part of the real estate of this ring. And that's a common thing I see with fighters that try to box him. Benavidez controlling the ring and every part of it. Benavidez lands a solid punch. It grazes Karan Davis. Body punch by Benavidez to the body. He's starting to throw punches now. I think he needed to warm up a little bit. He wasn't lathered in sweat when he came into the ring. I don't think he properly warmed up. Nice punch to the left, a nice left hand by Davis. There's a jab, landed solid in the face of Benavidez. Close round to call. Davis probably threw more punches. Solid body punch by Benavidez. Solid body punch. Early investment to the body by Benavidez. Benavidez stalking him. Davis on his back foot, running away, moving away, not running, but definitely not trying to get into. Okay, now Davis jumps in with a nice combination to the body and gets out of there, and that's the end of that round. So that's the first round. Benavidez and Davis. I'm giving that to Benavidez. Too much back foot running by Davis. Punch rate's about the same, but Benavidez threw harder punches. Because of that, it's a 10-9 round for Benavidez. You're not going to win rounds for me fighting on the back foot, avoiding punches, avoiding fighting. This is a fight. It's not a dance. This isn't a track meet. Okay? We're not here to see you do the Olympic run. This isn't the 40-yard dash or anything like that. This is a prize fight. When you're trying not to prize fight and moving on your back foot and trying to avoid action, you're not going to get rounds from me that way. You're going to have to effectively box and land punches to win rounds. Round 1, Benavidez. We're in the round 2 now. David Benavidez. Looked like he needed to warm up. Didn't look like he properly warmed up. Looked like he took the first minute and a half to warm up. Then started throwing body punches and doing what he does. He's starting to fight now. You know, when you know you're a fighter, your opponent doesn't have a strong punch, it doesn't have any knockouts. I guess the incentive to warm up is probably not as much there as if you're fighting a fighter where you got to be on your A game in the beginning. Nice right hand by Benavidez. Davis rolled with the punch. Solid body punch that you could hear throughout the arena from Benavidez. Nice body punch. It's starting to settle down now. It's starting to settle into a fight now. Davis not boxing. He's not running as much. He's trying to keep distance, but he's not boxing. I guess that was more nervous energy maybe because he's settling down now, and he's not running as much. He's trying to throw punches now. He's got his guard up high. He's looking to counter Benavidez. He's not moving. He's not fighting off his back foot. Standing more flat-footed. Nice jab by Davis. Davis now standing more flat-footed. He seems more calm. I think he had a lot of nervous energy. And then as I say that, he gets back on his track shoes and starts moving. And now he's moving. He's moving on his back foot like he was doing in the beginning. I think he should have stuck with what he was doing in. He landed some nice combinations there when he had his feet planted. He got faster hands, it seems. I think he was doing better that way. It's more risky, but he's getting more out of it if he just stands there and tries to counterpunch and use his speed. I think he'd be better off doing that. Nice combination by Karan Davis. Nice combination by Karan Davis to Benavidez. Nice combination by Karan Davis. Left, right, left to body by Davis. He does better when he sits down on his punches. We got a grazing left hook that misses for Benavidez. Davis looks better now. He's better when he does this. When he stands flat-footed and tries to counterpunch and use his speed, he's got faster hands than Benavidez. And I've seen Benavidez have faster hands than this in other fights. He looks a little sluggish. Maybe weight drained. He looked weight drained at the weigh-in. I mean, he looked weight drained coming into this fight. He looked in shape, but it looked like he was draining weight heavily. His jaws were sunken in. He looked weight drained. I've seen him throw many more punches in this. Nice combination to the body by Benavidez. He stumbles back. Not the solid shots that I'm used to, though. He looked more like his brother in that round. I'm going to give that round to Davis, to me. He fought effectively when he planted his feet and tried to counterpunch Davis. He used his speed. He was effective at that. He got away from him a couple of times in that round, but Benavidez didn't throw punches in that round. He didn't. And the ones he did throw weren't with conviction. So that's 10-9 round for Davis, which means this round fight is tied at 19 apiece. 1 round to 1 round. Going into the third now. I really question some of the advice some of these fighters are getting. I don't know what the corner told him in that last round, but he's more effective when he settles down on his feet, uses his speed. He's got the athleticism and the speed to be able to plant his feet and be effective and still avoid punches. Sugar Ray Leonard was great at that. He had more power than Karan Davis. He had more, but he was great at doing that. He didn't run or bounce around. He would plant his feet, slide side to side, move his head, and land solid shots that way. And Davis needs to do that to win this fight. He can give himself a chance at least. He's not going to knock him out, but he can give his chance to win a decision if he just does that. He's got the faster hands. And Benavidez looks a little sluggish. Weight drained. I don't think he's going to be at 168 long. We got David Benavidez stalking Davis not running as much. He's giving space, but he's maybe smart enough to see that maybe Benavidez is weight drained and kind of letting this fight come to him a little bit more. Left hook to the body by Benavidez. He's walking him down with his hands down a little more than I've seen him in the past. Maybe not respecting Davis's power, but he doesn't seem as strong as normal. He seems weight drained. We got a nice combination from Karan Davis to the body. Another jab from Karan Davis. We got two solid left rights to the body by Benavidez. I haven't seen him crank up the power punches I'm known to see him do yet. This will look like his brother. In the first two rounds. This is 1 minute left here in the third round. In a very competitive second or third round. No one really. Davis with nice combination. Davis with a nice combination to the body. Nice jab. See, when he sits down his feet and it just uses his defensive skills as opposed to running, he's better off. He's not letting Benavidez get inside. Nice combination from Davis. Nice jab by Davis. Davis with the jab. Another jab from Davis. He can land the jab, and he can land first, but Benavidez has got him in the corner on the ropes. Left or right to the body for Benavidez with Davis in the corner. He throws the right and misses, and Davis gets out of there. We got a missed jab by Benavidez. Davis in the center of the ring, trying to box and punch at the same time, not running. He's got his feet kind of planted to the ground. He's not on his back foot. He's jabbing. He's using boxing ability, throwing combinations. That's the end of that round. That's a hard round to call. A very hard round to call. That round is an even round to me. I'm not going to call it an even round. I don't like calling even rounds. That round could go either way. Showing body punches, beautiful left hook to the body, beautiful uppercut by Benavidez, and another solid punch from Benavidez. Yeah, I'm going to give it to Benavidez. Solid combinations there. Davis is not letting anything hard. So I'm going 10-9 Benavidez in that round. I rarely give a draw even round. So that's a 10-9 round for Benavidez. He's got 29 and Karan's got hold on, wait a minute. So we got it 29 to 28. 29-28. Going into the fourth round. We got it 2-1 for Benavidez. 29-28. Going into the fourth. Welcome to my stream, whoever you are. Well, I can't show the fight, Edwin. It violates YouTube's copyright laws. I'm not trying to get a copyright strike. This is my little over a month of my brand new YouTube channel, and I can't afford a copyright strike. And I believe that YouTube's strong enough to follow the laws. The fight's on Showtime. If you have Showtime, feel free to watch it. We will replay it probably next week on YouTube. And I'll be your eyes and ears if you don't have Showtime. But we're in the fourth round of 10. And I've got this fight 29-28. 2 rounds to 1 for Benavidez. We got Karan Davis with the jab. Another jab from Karan Davis. Benitez not letting his hands go, hands down, more to his side sometimes, like his brother. Not respecting any power from Karan Davis. Karan Davis with nice jabs in this round. Karan Davis with nice jabs. Nice combination by Benavidez. He's got him on the ropes. He's got Davis on the ropes now. Left, right to the body. Left, right to the head by Benavidez. He's cranking it up now. This is David Benavidez. Karan Davis comes back with a combination, a solid combination for Karan Davis. He's fighting back. Here's the warrior nature. Another left, right by Karan Davis. He's got all the heart in the world. Uppercut by Karan Davis. Okay, he came back, but Benavidez I thought was going to take control there, but Karan Davis came back right back on him. And now we got 44 seconds left in this round. Very close round. Very close round. I was very impressed by Davis then. I thought that might have been the end, but he came back fighting. He kept throwing combinations. We got Benavidez. We got to fight now. Benavidez got Davis in the corner, landing powerful. A nice uppercut. Nice uppercut by Benavidez. Another right by Benavidez. Okay, we got Davis wobbled a little bit. We got a nice hook by Benavidez. Benavidez with a nice body shot. Nice, wicked left hook to the body by Benavidez. This is Benavidez at his best here in this round. He's winning this round clearly. Davis, though, showing all heart in the world. I thought he was about to go down. But he looked stable. He doesn't look hurt, but he definitely lost that round. That was a Benavidez round all day long. And so that's 39-28. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Okay, so we got 39-37. 2 rounds up in this fight. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So we got 4 rounds in the books. I got 3-1 Benavidez going into the 5th. We're in round 5 of this 10 round should be title eliminator. We got Benavidez stalking, throwing solid punches. I just think he didn't warm up properly before this fight, probably because he didn't fear the power. Nice, solid body shots and uppercuts from Benavidez, cranking it up. This is the David Benavidez we know and love. Cranking it up. He's got him in the corner. He's in his element. He's right there in his zone now. He's warmed up efficiently now. He's the Benavidez that we normally know. I just think the problem was he wasn't warmed up properly. And took him a few rounds to get warm. Because this is David Benavidez all day. Nice hook from Benavidez. Karan Davis not running, though. He's not running. He's standing there. He's being a man about it. He's losing his round. And the power punches and the uppercuts, the left hands, he's got Davis. This is not going to go long. Davis takes a good punch, though. He's tough. Nice left hook for Benavidez. He's tough as nails, though. I give him that. He's never been knocked out yet. He's never been knocked out, but left hook to the body by Benavidez. Left hook to the body by Benavidez. Another left by Benavidez. Karan Davis fights back. He fights back. He's fighting back. I give him credit. He's showing all heart. He's trying to exchange with Benavidez. He doesn't have the power, but he's got the heart. You got big paws on the puppy here. Big paws on the puppy. Karan Davis. Got all the heart in the world. He don't hit hard, but he does have heart. Benavidez not afraid of his punches, though. He's eating more punches than he should. Nice jabs by Benavidez. Some you don't see much. Nice jabs. Solid right hand by Benavidez, and Davis took it well and came back with a left-right combination and another left behind it. Came right behind it. He's not nice left. Davis with a left-right back. He's not giving. He's standing there flat-footed. He's trying to fight with him now. See, he can't follow it. His natural nature is coming out. He's trying to fight with him, and it's leading to his downfall. It's going to lead to his downfall. But I give him credit in the world. He's done with the boxing. He's standing there in the fight. He's fighting like a man. Nice left, right by Karan Davis to Benavidez. He takes it, walks right through it, like the Terminator or something. Nice to left, right to the body by Davis. He comes back to the head with a left, right to the head by Davis. Davis might be winning this round. Left, right, left by Davis. He might be still in this round, actually. We got a minute left. This is a great round there. David Benavidez is all over in the first minute of that fight. The middle of it, kind of even, and then Karan took the last minute gallantly, throwing more punches and landing, and I don't know. That's another tough one to score. The last one I gave to Benavidez that was tough, so I'm gonna get that one to Davis then, because I'm not going to give him draw. I'm not gonna make him. Somebody's gonna win the round, so I'm gonna give that to him because of that, and that's gonna make it 3-2 in rounds. The ref is talking to Davis, saying if he doesn't give him more, he's gonna stop it. And I don't think we're even at that point. So I don't know what the ref is doing here. I got Benitez up by 1 round, really 3-2. And I don't see any reason for this ref to stop this fight. Karan Davis has not looked hurt. He's taking punches, but he's not hurt. He's fighting back. He's not defenseless. He's fighting back. I thought he won that round. So I don't know what this ref is up to here. There's some shaky stuff going on here. Some sketchy stuff going on this card. The first guy, Torres, was robbed. A horrible majority draw, robbed. And we know the Benavidez brothers are the house fighters here for PBC and Al Heyman and Showtime. We know that. But don't do this. Don't do that. That round, Davis is fighting gallantly right now. He's fighting back. Okay, now I got Benitez up by a round, but Davis is not out of this fight, and he's winning this round so far. He's throwing combinations. He's active. Benavidez is stalking him. He's in the corner. Benavidez with a solid left right to the head. 2 solid left rights. He's got him. Davis fights back. Davis comes back with a combination. Another combination by Davis. Another combination by Davis. Benavidez with a hook to the body. We got to fight, guys. We got to fight, guys and girls. This is going back and forth. The idea of talking about stopping this fight is insane. This fight's back and forth. It's a great fight right now. This round is the best round to fight. Davis is fighting with all heart in the world. He's fighting back, throwing combinations. We got a minute 43 left in this round. That round was about an even first half of this round. And I don't know what this ref was over there doing. That worries me. Nice left hook to the body by Benavidez. Karan Davis is definitely in this fight, fighting back. Every time he lands, he's coming back. Left and right by Davis. Davis fighting back gallantly in this round. Gallantly in this round. Gallantly. This is the best I've seen anyone do versus Benavidez as a pro. He's fighting back. He's not wobbling. He hasn't been hurt. He's taking punches, but he keeps fighting back, and he keeps fighting, throwing after it. You can't stop this fight. Nice left hook to the body by Benavidez. Davis with a 1-2 combination behind him. Benavidez in the body again. Benavidez, this fight is going back and forth. A great round. One of the best rounds of the year. One of the best rounds of the year here. Round 6 of 10. We got us a real fight. Benavidez in the first serious fight that he's had. This is the first time a fighter, nice left hook by Benavidez. That one really hurt, you could tell. Another left to the body. It's got that the hook to the body. He's got Karan Davis trying to get there. He spins off the ropes, Davis does. Tries to throw a right hand. He's got all the heart in the world. Benavidez with another brutal body shot and a hook. Uppercut, another beautiful body. Oh, God. Serious body work by Benavidez, putting hands on Davis. Davis fights back. Just when you thought he might go down, he came with a hook. Great round. I'm going to give that to Benavidez, but Davis definitely had his moments. That was not a blowout round. What? His corner is talking to him like they want to throw the towel in. He's got more heart than his corner. He's got more heart than his corner. His corner is doing him an injustice now. I don't understand this at all. I don't understand this at all. I don't. This is a 2-round, 4-2 right now, going in the 7th. And I don't understand the corner of Davis. This man is fighting brave and gallantly in here. He's in this fight. He might have lost that round, but he's in this fight. He's not hurt. He's throwing punches. What is this corner talking about? This corner, just we got Benavidez on top of Davis trying to do what he does, which is knock him out. That's what his goal is all the time. He's like a shark swimming around looking for meat. That's what Benavidez is. He's a shark in the ring looking for a knockout. One way, nice left hook to the body by Benavidez. There's got to be defeating to your psychology to hear your corner talking to you like that. You know, for Karan Davis, he's fighting back gallantly. Left, right from Karan Davis. Another left, right by Karan Davis. Benavidez got him in the corner now. Nice body punches by Benavidez. Benavidez with a hook. And his corner just threw the towel in. That's horrible. His corner let him down and ruined us from a great ending to a fight. His corner is scared. Karan Davis has all the heart in the world, fought gallantly and was going to fight to the end in this fight and was having his moments. He was only down by 2 rounds. And his corner, from listening to them, they're afraid. The corner's afraid. The fighter's not. The fighter's got all dog in him. He's not afraid. He's in there fighting to win. And his corner threw the towel in. Karan Davis is not happy about it at all. Karan Davis is not happy about it at all. I don't blame him. I don't know. Okay. Well, it was a knockout for Benavidez. Well, I guess it was a TKO. The corner stopped the fight. Karan Davis deserved a better fate in this fight. He did. He deserved to see if he could get it done. I've seen fighters come back from losing fights and getting. I ran Barkley. I remember him losing every round in the fight once and knocking out somebody. Thomas Hearns, I think, is somebody. But he fought through the adversity and it paid off for him. You don't throw the towel in because your fighter's in a tough fight and maybe he's losing some rounds. I don't care about David Benavidez's reputation. We all know he's one of the hardest hitting boxers in boxing. We know he hurts people when he punches. But Karan Davis was not hurt in this fight. He wasn't staggering. He was defending himself. He was fighting back as best he could. And his corner let him down. The man deserved the right to either win or lose this fight. If he lost, he deserved the right to go out on his shield. You never know. I mean, he was having his moments in this fight. Anything can happen when you give yourself a chance. But if you quit and give up, nothing happens to you. If you fight through adversity, sometimes you might come out ahead if you just keep fighting. And Davis was doing that. He was fighting back. He was giving his best. He was having his moments. He was taking punches, but he was coming back every time. And his corner let him down. The comments from his corner, their energy was off. They were almost defeating the fighter's psychology to talk to a fighter like that. And you could tell the body punches definitely had an effect on him. You could tell that. But he was still wanting to fight. He was still defending himself. He was going on the offensive. They just let him go out on his shield. That wasn't the corner. If the ref stopped it, I would have been mad. I'm even madder that the corner stopped it. They gave up on their fighter. And my opinion is this: he needs to get another corner man. If your corner doesn't have faith in you, when you got more faith in you than your corner does, then you got to get another corner man. You got to get another trainer. If your trainer doesn't have faith in you, and you have more faith in yourself as a fighter than your trainer does, you need another trainer. And Karan Davis was fighting gallantly. If he lost, he deserved to go out on his shield. He was having his moments. I actually saw a path for him where if he could have held on and withstood the punishment, he could have gave his chance in the decision. He was only losing by 2 rounds. This is horrible. 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Stops it on the 7th round because of the corner. The corner stops it, not the ref. Still undefeated. It's David Benavidez. So there we have it. So David Benavidez won as expected, knocked him out as expected. I actually was surprised that Karan Davis did as well as he did. I'll give him credit for that. I give his corner a big fat F. He needs to get another trainer. They don't have confidence in him. He's got more confidence in himself than they do. So he deserved the right to go out on his shield. Give him some chances. If you don't take a chance, you don't believe in yourself sometimes, you'll never get it done. You have to fight through adversity. He was doing that, and the corner gave up and went home. So that's not good. This is the 5th consecutive knockout for Benavidez. I think Karan Davis gave him more trouble than any fighter yet. Never hurt Benavidez. But at least he got a guy that was fighting back and he fought a little bit more hard. I never thought that Karan Davis had the ability to beat Benavidez. I think Anthony Durrell, if he had fought the right fight, could have had more of a chance against Benavidez. Actually, he's got a lot of talent. They had the wrong game plan. He might have gotten knocked out in the end, but if he fought a different fight, he could have gave himself a chance to win. But that leads us to the next move. We've got Benavidez winning. He should, if this was the eliminator as it should have been, he would have been the number 1 contender for Canelo Alvarez's belt, and he would have gotten this fight. Curiously, they pulled the eliminator tag off when the European fighter tested positive for steroids. They pulled the title eliminator tag off it. So now he's not the mandatory. He should be the mandatory. And now what's up? He's calling out Canelo. He wants Canelo next. It's going to be Canelo's choice. I think Canelo is a businessman trained in the Al Heyman, Floyd Mayweather style of making money and promoting yourself as a salesman and as a boxer. I think he's going to get 32 plus million or so just to fight Durrell or anybody else. He doesn't financially have to take the risk of the Benitez fight at this point. And I think he'll make the business decision to fight Anthony Durrell next. I think PBC and Showtime and HB and their promoters would just be happy to have Canelo on their cards. I think Al Heyman and PBC and Showtime would just be happy to have them on their cards. So it's going to be his choice to make. He's a free agent. I think he'll take the easy money and fight Durrell next. It'll be a very interesting fight because Durrell is not a bad fighter at all. He's a 2-time former champion. He's a good boxer. He's got real good power, pretty good power if he decides to fight that way, which is what he should have probably did, been more of a boxer puncher as just opposed to a boxer when he fought Benavidez. He might have still got knocked out, but he would have gave himself a chance to win. And I believe now Benavidez obviously deserves the shot against Canelo. If the title eliminator tag had stayed as it should have, because it was no fault of Benavidez that his opponent dropped a dirty urine, had to get canceled from the fight. It wasn't his fault. He's a 2-time champion. He's never lost a championship in the ring, and he should have been the number 1 contender coming out of this fight. But I think there's some shady stuff going on with that. Hopefully we'll get the Benavidez Canelo fight, the fight everybody wants to see. I'm a realist. I'm an optimist, and I want the Canelo versus Benavidez fight. I'm an optimist. We all know that those are the 2 best 168 fighters. Ring Magazine has Benavidez as the top fighter at 168 over Canelo this year. That was 2021 when that came out. Several sites have Benavidez as the number 1 contender to Canelo Alvarez right now. Well, several sites have Benavidez as number 1 fighter at 168 right now. I saw 3 out of 4 of the major ranking fighter ranking organizations. 3 of the 4 had Benavidez as the number 1 fighter at 168. The fight's over with, Luis. Benavidez just won by technical knockout, 7th round, 2 minutes and 38 seconds. The Davis corner through the Italian, unfortunately, and ruined the great ending to a great fight because they were scared and afraid. Karan Davis was not scared or afraid. He was fighting his heart out. It was only 2 rounds down, was having his moments. And this fight should not have been stopped. It should not have been stopped by the corner. And he needs to find someone else. He has to find another trainer. He asked him and pleaded with him not to stop the fight. He's talking to the Showtime people, was pleading to his corner not to throw the towel in. Karan Davis is upset. Oh, you trained with Benavidez family in Seattle. Okay, I just thought he moved to Seattle. Well, that's interesting, Luis. So you're a fighter. We show that. We could cuss on her. No kids allowed on her. We could cuss on her. I try not to cuss, but try to set an example for my kids. I have an 8-year-old daughter. But this is an adult stream. No kids are allowed. You can discuss on here. She must be a fighter, Luis. Please subscribe to my channel. 3rd generation boxing family. Like and subscribe and hit the bell. We're going to do all the big fights. We got some great fights coming up. And I appreciate you coming through because you're a fighter. You're the kind of people I want. You're the kind of person I want on my channel. Please subscribe. And as a matter of fact, Luis, I'm going to do something for you. Stay with me for a second here. Because I'm going to do something for you. Because you seem like a fighter. Stay with me here. Let me see if I can pull this off. I'm going to make you a mod, actually. So, let me... If you come back through, you're going to have a wrench. I need fighters like you on there. Well, I'll get to it. It works. No computer problems. It's a wrench. Hold on. This is the devil, please. All right, here we go. I want you to type something in. You can type 3 wins, no losses, 2 KOs. I love it. Okay, type something in the comments. If you know when your next fight's going to be or anything, I just want to see if this wrench hits you. You're a mod here. I want you to come back through. Subscribe to my channel. Like and hit the bell because I can really use fighters like you on this channel. It's a privilege to have you here. I understand the dedication and the hard work that you have to do. Fighters are the most well-trained. A well-trained boxer is the most well-trained athlete on this planet. So I appreciate you coming through, Luis. And if you, I don't know which one we got next because you got so many great fights coming up. But they're definitely going to be here on my channel. I do all the fights. This channel is brand new, a little over a month old. And we're going to be doing all the fights, live streaming, videos, reactions to things in boxing. We're going to do all sports, streams, music streams, reaction videos, music playlists. And so that's the end of that fight right there. So we're going to wrap it up for the night on here. There we go. You sparred with David and Jose. You got your wrench. Well, that's good to hear. And I'm really pulling for Jose because I know, to me, ever since the shooting, his leg, his base is not the same. I was sad to see him in the Bud Crawford fight because he was fighting on one leg. He fought with a lot of heart. But there's no way you could beat Bud Crawford on one leg. No way. I don't care who you are. You're not going to beat Bud Crawford on one leg. And I hope his health comes back because if he gets his leg back and his base back, he could get back to being the fighter he was, get more active, get his ring rust off of him, become more active and fight regularly. But David Benavidez, to me, the number one fighter at 168. I've got Benavidez beating Canelo. He's too big, too strong for Canelo. He's really a 175-pound fighter. He struggles, I know, probably to make weight. And he's really too big to be at 168. He's really a light heavyweight. He's got the height, the reach. He's got the strength. I want to say he's 250 pounds at 15 years old. So I don't expect him to be at 168 over another year. I expect him to be at 175 inside of 2 years, because I don't think he's going to be able to physically make that weight for 2 years. So if it's going to happen, if Canelo and Benavidez, David Benavidez is going to happen, it's going to happen in 2022. Because by 2023, I don't think he can make 168 anymore effectively and not be two-way drained. So it's got to happen next year. And I don't think it's going to be next. I think Canelo is going to make a business decision. Instead of taking the fight that's more risky for him, that's what's going on. So you 153 at 15s, yeah. So I think Canelo's going to make the business decision to take the Anthony Durrell fight, make him 30 million plus without having to risk his legacy. I think he'll make the business decision the same as, okay, 5'9". Okay, that's a good height. Okay, so I'm gonna try to look you up on YouTube, see if I can find anything on you, and watch you. Actually watch you. But that's good. You're training with the best, because Jose Benavidez Sr. is a legend in the sport, and he's made some great kids, and he's family legacy is carrying his name on strong. David Benavidez, the top fighter, I believe, at 168. One of two fighters, I think, that could possibly beat Canelo. The other would be Jamal Charlo. But I don't think Charlo is going to end up fighting at 168. He's a natural fighter at 160. He doesn't struggle to make weight. He stays in shape year-round. He doesn't balloon up and lose weight. He's right around his weight naturally. He's really a middleweight. And a lot of great middleweights, Marvin Hagler, never moved up, stayed at middleweight, and in the Hall of Fame now. I wouldn't be mad if he did. No, but I'm going to look it up, though. I'm going to look it up. I work a full-time job in media, and the rest of my time is spent on this channel and boxing, but I'm actually going to study them more. I'm a big, his government name? Yeah, I'm a big David Benavidez fan. I am. And I believe he's one of my favorite fighters to watch. My favorite fighters to watch will be David Benavidez, Tank Davis, Earl Spence, Shakur Stevenson. And I like this kid, what they call him, the guy that looks like a combination of Felix Trinidad and Muhammad Ali. He's a kid that fought a couple weeks ago. And I think he's from Puerto Rico, I think. And he looks great to me. I want to see him in the mix. I think he has a chance to be in the mix at 135 or 140 with the best. But my favorite fighters are Tank Davis, Earl Spence, David Benavidez, Shakur Stevenson. Those are my favorite fighters right now in boxing. But Arreo, no, I don't. But actually, you're helping me now, Lewis, because I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look up the whole stable of these people that you're mentioning. Between now and my next stream, I'm gonna really do a deep dive, not just into Benavidez. I always stop there, but into his dad and his gym and the fighters he has in it. That's what I'm gonna do, actually. So you're helping me, because I might end up doing something on that. I might do some content on that, actually, before the next fights. So we're going to end up wrapping this up right now. It's either DJ STL on my new YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, Luis, to come through for my next stream. We do live streams of boxing and all sports, music, entertainment, music playlists, and reaction videos. And so we're going to shut it down for today. I probably might even come live stream and do something tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'm going to go where God takes me. But we're going to shut it down tonight. Thank you, Luis, for coming through. No problem, bro. Thank you. I hope you come back in the future because I really need boxers on my channel. And I want you to come back. We're going to do some things. We're going to do some big things. So I'm probably going to do some big things with you maybe. So we're probably going to start opening up Discord, StreamYard, start having some chats so people could come on the board and we can chop it up together, do some other things I'm thinking about. But we're going to shut it down for the night. And until tomorrow, it's either DJ STL for my YouTube channel, Eugene M, either DJ STL Sports Music and Entertainment on the YouTube platform. Follow me on TikTok. I'm always active on TikTok now. It's my second home. I call YouTube my wife, and I guess TikTok is my side chick, and I love both of them. So follow me on TikTok. Look for either DJ STL on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Discord. You can find me in Hangouts, Google Hangouts. You can find me on Snapchat. But look for me in the future. We're going to shut it down tonight. It's either DJ STL from the channel, Eugene M, either DJ STL, Sports Music and Entertainment. And I'm out. See you next time, everybody.